name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio.
Good afternoon and many thanks for joining us on our today's transmission on your #1 radio station, African Patriot Radio. Time check, Africa. The time is 1 o'clock in West Africa, 3 o'clock in East Africa, and 2 o'clock in South and Central Africa. Here is information African news reaching you from African Patriot Radio. You can listen to this broadcast by live streaming at www.facebook.com/African Patriot Radio/videos. My name is Elvis Oga. The government of Botswana has issued legislation that makes it compulsory to wear mask face coverings in public places, businesses, and common areas of residential buildings from the 1st of May 2020. Specifications have been issued in an official media release stating that medical and non-medical masks needed to be worn by members of the public. While the medical versions are to be used by persons working in high-risk areas, others have to wear the non-medical type of mask. The government urged the public to stick to non-medical masks in order to free scarce medical masks for health workers. Vendors are to sell medical masks to only persons in the medical profession, health workers, persons handling clinical waste or involved in COVID-19 related activities. Ethiopia recorded 2 new cases in over 900 tests run as at close of day of April 30th. The first tallies for May thus stood at 133 according to Health Minister Lia Tadesi. The 2 new cases were both Ethiopians, one with travel history from Kenya and the other Somalia. Per today's record, Ethiopia recorded 7 more recoveries, bringing the tally to 66 from previous 59. The figure is far more than the number of patients currently under treatment. The patients are in the isolation or treatment center in Eka Kotebe, hospital in the capital Addis Ababa. Death recorded still stand at 3, whilst there is no patient in intensive care unit ICU. Ethiopia has recorded single-digit increase over the past 7 days as compared to double-digit by some of its neighbors in the East and Horn of Africa region. A total of 15 cases in total was recorded between April 24th and 30th. In business, Rand Air has employed drastic measures including reduction of the salaries of employees as the company battles COVID-19 crisis. Up to 65% of employee salaries are to be cut in an attempt to avoid layoffs. The company has also put on hold contract of some pilots and non-essential staff until further notice. In a related development, Ethiopian Airlines has also employed alternative solutions to avoid bankruptcy. The company, which is facing a serious financial crisis in terms of operations and sales, has turned to charter and cargo flight services, which is expected to rake in some revenue. From the world of entertainment, Angelo Kidjo, others pay tribute to Tony Allen. Tony Allen's death on Thursday after he suffered a heart attack in faraway Paris had indeed marked the end of an era in African music. The pioneering Nigerian drummer and a co-founder of the Afrobeat musical genre would be remembered as one of the greatest drummers who had ever lived. Even though he is no more, Tony Allen had left a legacy that would outlive his generation. Popular Benin singer Angelo Kidjo in an Instagram post mentioned she had been hit hard by Allen's death, stating that Tony Allen was a beautiful spirit and friend who has changed the history of African music. On sports, a number of Egyptian Premier League clubs have slashed their players' wages, including Arab contractors, and Etihad of Alexandria amid calls for an initiative to mitigate the pandemic impact on the sport landscape. Ali's board believes the Cairo club can shoulder the pressure at least on the short term. The board reviewed the club's resources in light of the current suspension and the club's large monthly commitment and decided the following. Pay the entire salaries of employees and workers at the club so they can fulfill their needs and commitment in these hard circumstances, especially with the arrival of the holy month of Ramadan. And our weather forecast for today shows Cairo, Egypt, and Lilongwe, Malawi should be expecting a mostly sunny and a mostly cloudy weather at 22 degrees Celsius respectively. Equally, at 26 degrees Celsius, Tripoli, Libya will be sunny. And that was Information Africa News as produced by the Information Africa team. I am Elvis Oga. Before we go, our African proverb for the day is a Nigerian proverb that says, We are what our thinking makes us. Good afternoon. Stay tuned for more interesting programs from African Patriot Radio. My name is Elvis Oga.
My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio.
Okay, good afternoon to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Just in case you're just wondering what station this is, it is APR. And then the show is Bump It or Dump It. Did I get it right?
You got it right this time.
What if I got it right this time?
You always get it wrong.
No, I don't always get it wrong. If you check your time now, ladies and gentlemen, it is 9 minutes gone past the hour of 1. Mm-hmm. And it is the month of May.
Look, you
Happy
can
New
tell
Month.
time.
What do you mean I can tell time? I mean, I'm the time teller. If there's anything I search.
Wow.
What
Just call
do you
yourself
know?
a clock. That's fine.
Be nice. For once.
Always nice. I keep telling you. One of the
Happy
nicest
New
person you
Month.
ever met.
Happy New Month to you.
You just see me for the first time this month.
Well,
Well, by the way, the month started yesterday. So.
But all the same, today happens to be the second day in the month of May.
Okay, fine.
So happy new month to everybody that is listening, watching us.
New month.
Bump it or dump it.
Yes.
I got it right.
Yes.
Of course. Okay, now on Bump It or Dump It, what we do is we play 3 songs, and the winner of those any of the songs that gets the highest vote on Bump It or Dump It gets to make it to our top 10. Okay, and then last week we have our winner for last week. We got our winner for last week, Emzo
with Dive.
And then just in case you don't remember what the song sounds like, let us just give you a little bit of Emzo.
A little bit of the feel. Let's go.
A little bit of the feel, and then when we get back, we'll continue full time with today's songs on the playlist. Okay,
All right, let go.
Let go. We'll be right back.
It's showtime, folks. Showtime.
I heard you tell your friends I be off, but take me out to the play like small, but you say you see I'm for my eyes. Guys like me to the lie. A baby girl I know go deny though. Me I be that boy and I soft though, but I just want to be your man. I hope say you understand. Say I was so weak for so long, but now your love will make me strong. Now you make me sing this song. Girl, don't make me wait too long. I know love in me feels like diving in an ocean. Girl, take my hand, we're diving together.
Okay, beautiful one there. Our winner for last week, Emzo.
Dive.
I
cannot get enough of
I used to try to dive into love.
the lagoon.
Yeah, can you do that?
Now, how would you do it first? I just stay and watch. I cheer you on.
Nah,
You know?
we
You know?
don't want to do search.
But he said in the song, "Hold my hands and let's jump." Just want me
Hold my
build it.
hands and
So
let's
I kept
jump.
singing yes, last week.
And then last week I told you that
Suicidal.
No, remember last week I told you that Romeo and Juliet did die for love. Like a lot of people been dying for love lately, so it won't be a new thing if you eventually want to do that.
Really?
Yeah,
So they
really.
just stayed and said, "Oh hey, we're in love. Let's just die.
Let's just
together."
dive into love together. Okay. My bad. We forgot. Not like we forgot to introduce ourselves, but I think we just got a little bit carried away.
You got carried away.
With what?
I don't know.
Okay. My name is Yao, the Godfather.
The Godfather who?
I mean the Godfather. The Godfather.
Okay, forget this guy. I'm your girl, M. No.
What's
nice
the other
one?
one? Ekanem. I got it.
Okay, you got it.
I got it. Right.
Just in case you forget next time, just call me M. It's fine.
No, I don't. I'm not sure I'll forget. Okay, just in case you want to be part of the show, you can get to call us on 080-5958-7805.
Or send a message.
Of course, you can send a message.
You know how we do it? It's bump it or dump it.
Bump it
so when we
or
play
dump
the
it.
song, you like it, just
let us know.
comment. If you
we should
like
bump
it,
it or dump it.
use the hashtag bump it. If you do not like the song, or if you think there's still more work that could be done to the song and you do not like it, just use the hashtag dump it.
I don't like it. Dump it. And then also you can go straight up to our Facebook page. It is www.facebook.com/African Patriot Radio. Stop looking at me. Stop making me feel bad, okay? You just go straight up there on Facebook, like the page, okay? And then also, it is the same procedures too on our YouTube channel.
Still
okay?
African Patriot
Still
Radio.
African Patriot Radio.
On our Facebook, please feel free to join in.
Just
if you
come
want
be
to
part of
vote,
the
just
family.
Vote in. African Patriot Radio. on
African Patriot
Facebook.
Radio.
Yes.
Subscribe and then click on the bell button.
That's the only way you can become, a
part of the
personal
family.
people.
Personal person. And just in case you are in any part of Africa listening to us, don't forget to always add the +234. And then
233, man.
+233 actually happens to be Ghana's code,
Okay.
but I think now you understand.
No, I don't.
You don't. Well, I'll make you understand.
+234, please.
+234
Thank you very much.
8059587805. Okay, now we're going to play you something from last week. One of the artists that was actually part of the list for last week.
So we decided to bring the song back.
Yeah, we decided to bring the song back. He goes by the name D1 Nature, and then he calls this one Angelina. Don't forget, if you like the song, you let us know. If you don't like the song too, you can also let us know.
Do you know how to vote? Bump
Just
it
vote
or dump it.
We'll be right back.
D1 Nature,
It's Blaze and the Big Baby.
One man fit carry plenty woman. Hypocrite around and say I'm mystical. Me, I know sound I like to do. It no matter if they identical. Black as you melanin, Angelina oh my joy. Undisputed on my medallion, she dey give me on a daily. I like it black as you melanin, Angelina oh my joy. Undisputed on my medallion, she dey give me on a daily. Them say I too ugly, as I make money, the guy them come around. See the guy them come around. Them say I too ugly, as I make money, the guy them come around. See the guy them come around. Angelina kill it person. Angelina time mama. Angelina kill it person. Angelina no. Angelina kill it person. Angelina time mama. Angelina kill it person. Angelina oh yeah na na. Sikira oh sikira. Yetunde oh yetunde ah. Sikira oh yeah sikira. They want you to give me the comparada. Sikira oh sikira show. Sikira oh sikira ah. Sikira oh sikira. Like as you melanin, Angelina oh my joy. Undisputed on my medallion, she dey give me on a daily. I like it like as you melanin, Angelina oh my joy. Undisputed on my medallion, she dey give me on a daily. Them say I too ugly, as I make money, the guy them come around. See the guy them come around. Them say I too.
Okay, Angelina, D1 Nature. I remember sometime last week, he got some kind of like reasonable votes.
Well, he did come in second place. So
He did come in second
let's
place.
see how well the song does this week.
Let's just
yeah?
see what happens to him this week. Okay, and D1 Nature, not bad. Angelina,
Not bad, not
I
bad.
love the song. Has a little bit of groovy feel to it.
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now I think for the first time we have a female on the list. She goes by the name of Makiza. And then she calls this one Don't Go.
Don't go.
Don't go where? I mean, we're not going anywhere. We'll be right back. Let's just listen to Makiza.
Oh, you don't go anywhere.
Or rather, you don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is Makiza with Don't Go. APR. Bump it or dump it.
Dump it.
Ah, I'm getting it right. Bad guy.
Thank God for you, right?
Oh yeah, MCJ Pro. My keys up, baby.
Said it is.
Let's go. Just like yesterday, when I met you, Baba, you tell me, say, baby, now me you go marry. Yeah, all the love where you show me, all the things where you do me. I know fit to shout, I know fit forget. If you leave me, I'm on a regret. Yeah, baby, come close and make we go see mama. Money, come close and make we go see papa. If you leave me, not die, yeah. Without you, baby, no ready for me, yeah. Don't go away from me. I need you one more time, baby, me. Mama, feel me, feel it more. Don't go away from me. I need you one more time, baby, me. Mama, feel me, feel it more. Go sing it all, hey, yeah, wow. I need you one more time, baby, me. Mama, feel me, feel it more. Go say love you. You want to call me money.
What it is?
Go say love you. You want to call me my friend.
Yeah, you know, you all I desire.
So when you look in my eyes, baby girl, you set me on fire. Yeah. So for you, my all I surrender. And when you're down, give you a sugar. I really don't mind how to say, hey, my love is here, girl, stay. If my heart make you keep on my number one. See now you, me, I choose no another one. And if I had to choose, can you be the one? And if they ask that, them say you my only one. Don't you ever leave my side. Don't you walk out the door, baby.
Don't go away from me. I need you one more time, baby. Me, mama, finish till and more. Don't go away from me. I need you one more time, baby. Me, mama, finish till and more. Rara, go send it all in your wow. I need you one more time, baby. Me, mama, finish till and more. Go send a mirror. You want to call me money. Go send a mirror. You want to call me my friend. You be the only one wanna give me goosebumps.
Okay, don't go.
So why did it sound like they were just begging each other for love?
That is
Don't
what it
go.
actually sounds like. Don't go. Sometimes you need to beg. You just need to drop
This,
down your ego.
this love
and
has
beg.
been given freely to us
Giving freely.
by the
By the Almighty.
Yes,
Yes.
the Almighty.
Okay.
So why'd you gotta beg for love, man? Why?
Well, it's a good thing is sometimes, you know, it's kind of like hard to come by. You just have to beg for it.
Right.
Good things, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Is that what you can tell us that's what you do?
Well, I can't remember the last time I was in that position, so I
Should
wouldn't
I-
want you
should
want
I
to think
remind
about it.
you?
Remind me about what?
Should I remind
About
you?
what?
No.
Please don't remind me about anything.
I don't want to air it.
I wouldn't want you to remind me of anything. Okay, bump it or dump it. APR. Okay.
I always don't go.
Don't go. Mackenzie.
Nice vibe.
Nice vibe. Groovy.
Groovy. Very
Yeah, you
groovy.
can actually dance to it.
I was dancing to it.
Well, I saw you trying to move body, shake.
I didn't want to show myself. No,
Hey,
stop
Michael
it.
Jackson. You don't want to show yourself.
You know how we do.
I don't know how you do it. Okay, just in case you would like to vote for Mackenzie, don't go.
Oh, Angelina.
Oh,
The first song.
Do you
know
want
how to
nature?
do it. You like it, use the hashtag bump it.
Bump it.
You do not like it, use the hashtag
Dump
dump it.
it. Okay, and then also if you want to vote, just go to our Facebook page. It is www.facebook.com/African Patriot Radio.
Yay.
Oh yeah, you can just go. For those of you in Nigeria, you can just send us a message, or better still, call us on 080-5958-7805. Or for those of you guys in any part of the world watching us right about now, make sure you don't forget to add the +234, okay? And then also the phone number, which is 080-5958-7805. Make sure you don't forget about that, okay? Now, coming up next is something from Dr. Spicy, all the way from Port Harcourt. And then he just... he just dropped his EP, and then the EP is actually titled From PH to Jamaica. I don't know what's happening in Jamaica, but I noticed there's this certain group of people that love to go to Jamaica. Just
Good thing you ain't got no case of coronavirus yet.
So you think that is the reason why people love to go to
I'm
Jamaica?
just saying, amongst other reasons.
Among all the reasons, now you know.
Yeah,
Well, I think Jamaica is the place to be. You know, just go to Jamaica, chill.
True, it's the vibe.
I mean,
It's the vibe. They got it.
Yeah, all the tropical islands and then everything. You can just get to have fun.
Okay, so Dr. Spicy. I want to say the name of this one.
Dr. Spicy. It's called Shayo Na My Best Friend.
Shayo
Na My Best Friend.
Who says I can't speak pidgin?
This is something from Dr. Spicy. He calls this one Shayo Na My Best Friend. Let me take it away before Emma starts speaking pidgin. I'll be right back, or rather APR. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Baby girl, you know, mama, feel like milk and honey.
Okay, now me then they call bad boy from P-Town. Them know me from APJ to J-Town. So if you don't know me, baby, ask round. Cause me I dey chill with men like go round. I go like to they follow you wherever you go. Make with it like Davido and Choma for the show. When you chop my money, this your body go they glow. Everybody knows and I saw the story for go, eh. Baby girl, I want you here. No go de waka kuru kere, oh. This kind love where we dey play, so now this kind love where them they see for television. Baby girl, I need you, yeah. No go de waka kuru kere, oh. This kind love where we dey play, so now this kind love where them they see for television. Call my back, call my phone. Tell me now, say she want move on. Cause I always do wrong and I can't do right. Always do wrong and I can't do. She said she got my back, call my phone. Tell me now, say she want move on. Cause I always do wrong and I can't do right. Always do wrong and I can't do right. Yeah, I no go lie, I no go lie to you. Shayo na my best friend, Shayo is my best friend, girl. I no go lie, I no go lie to you. Yeah. She said she got my back, call my phone. Tell me now, say she won't move on. Cause I always do wrong and I can't do right. Always do wrong and I can't do. She said she got my back, call my phone.
Dr. Spicy there? I can see the excitement in your face. Shayo, my best friend.
What is Shayo?
I thought you said you speak pidgin. Should I tell you what Shayo is?
Okay, let's
not
move
now,
on.
not now. Later, I'll tell you what Shayo is. Okay, beautiful one there by Dr. Spicy. He calls this that
like
one.
How did you come up with that name, Spicy? It's like sounds like a herbalist. Sorry.
Dr. Spice, Dr.
Like,
Spicy.
honestly, it sounds like name of a herbalist, like Spicy. Like,
please be nice. Okay, now I believe you've all heard the 3 songs we have for today. Bump it or dump it. Okay.
So recap.
Yeah.
First song, Angelina
song,
by D1 Nature.
D1 Nature.
Second song, we have Don't Go by Makiza.
Makiza.
The only women we have. See, come on, women, we have to bring this home.
Okay, and then the last one was Dr. Spicy.
The herbalist is okay. That's Spicy himself.
With Shayo, my best friend.
Yeah,
okay, so now we'll just go on a musical break. We'll just go on a commercial break.
Yeah.
Once we come back, we'll get to
tally the votes.
Just count the votes.
Just get the votes coming in, please.
Just count the votes, and then we'll know who's actually winning.
Winner for this week.
Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. APR.
Yes.
Bump it
or dump it.
We'll be right back.
Josephine Paul,
Susan Achin,
Yao Bremen,
Jude Ojema Audu,
Second Zilang,
Richard Bassi,
Ekanem.
I am Messi Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio.
Bump it or dump it.
Yes.
Now is the time this artist get to find out what their fate really is right about now.
Make it sound like it's not Judgment Day.
Well, for me, it is Judgment Day. For me, it is Judgment Day because this is where they get to find out if maybe they'll be making it to the top 10 or not. So, I believe you've got the first vote.
Have I really?
You got the first vote. You got the first vote.
Can I actually just give my own vote? I want to vote too.
Don't do this to me now.
Okay. Okay, so comment coming in here. Angelina has actually got one bump. Okay.
One bump?
One bump.
Okay, I got another one for Angelina too. This one says dump.
Wow, who's that person?
This person is so mean. Dump.
It is a dump like that. Like just nothing else.
No, nothing else. And then also the same person. Okay, now the same person is saying he's given D1 Nature bump. Now D1 Nature has one. Angelina also has one.
Wait, okay, that person is probably confused.
No,
I'm confused because D1 Nature is the artist for Angelina. So that's
from Angelina.
So how confused can one person be?
Well, I don't know. know.
So that means the bump is actually giving a bump to Angelina.
To Angelina. Okay, and then also this one is coming in. This one says beautiful song there by Dr. Spicy. Okay, I think I would like to give him a bump. Okay, nice one. I would like to give him a bump. Beautiful song. Shy, you know my best friend. Okay, nice one. Okay, so do you have any other one?
That's what I said. Okay.
We've got like 3.
Okay, we got one for Don't Go. Don't Go. Okay, the ladies are actually coming. Maybe we're gonna take this one home. Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, and then there's another one. There's another one for. Okay, another one for Makizi with Don't Go. Beautiful.
Okay.
Another one for Makizi. Don't Go. All right, nice one.
Makiza,
now she's got.
Call her name right. It's Makiza.
Makiza.
Yeah.
I forgot I had. What was that?
Yes, whatever you want to say. Yes.
Okay, I'm not even going to say it. And then there's this one from. This one's from all the way from Benway. He says, "Bump from Makiza all the way." Shorty got. Okay, Shorty got her A game spot on. Okay, of course.
I must feel like you're referring to me.
Really?
I'm just saying it's girl power.
Get power. You see, this is why I've got issues with these people. I definitely have problems with these people. Okay.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, it seems she's winning. Like Makiza is actually winning. She's got 3. Okay, how many votes? 1, 2, 4 votes. She's got 4 votes already.
Oh, you actually got another one here for Angelina. D1 Nature.
D1 Nature. Okay, and then
one here.
For which one?
Okay, another one for Makiza.
For Makiza.
Go power. Go power. Okay, this is actually making me really happy.
Well, I think for now this is becoming battle of the sexes. So now, like brothers, I don't know where you guys are now. Since I want to turn this thing into battle of the sexes, where are the brothers? Okay, and notwithstanding, I think she's got a good song. So if eventually she wins,
even if they sounded like they were begging for love.
Okay, 2 votes all the way straight. Bump for Dr. Spicy with Shayo, my best. Okay, Shayo, my best friend.
Yeah.
Okay, now he has 3.
No, that's 2. That makes it 2.
No, 3.
Oh, he has 2 straight.
Yeah,
wow.
2 straight.
Okay.
So that's 3. 2 coming in. So which one do you have there? Don't tell me it's Makiza. Don't tell me it's Makiza.
Why do I have to read all the comments? But you know what? You
don't tell me it's Makiza. You read the next okay, another one's still coming up. Another one's still coming up for. Okay, D1 Nature, Angelina. Okay, another bump for D1 Nature. Okay, and then also another one for Dr. Spicy, yeah, with Shy, my best friend. Okay, fantastic.
Ladies.
He's got 4. D1 Nature also got 4.
Okay, Makiza's got 5.
Makiza got 5.
This is quite tight, though.
Oh, of course, it is tight. Okay, now, so we're going to take the last one. The last vote. Let's see who this last vote coming for. No. No. This last
Okay, just do it.
Okay.
Let's end the show.
Okay, the last vote that just came in is for Makiza with Don't Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? Okay, how many votes does she have?
Oh my God. Okay, so Makiza's got like 6 votes
Six
already.
votes. Dr. Spicy got the 4 votes.
Well, it's actually a tie.
It is a tie between the guys. It is a tie between the guys. So we just want to say congratulations to Makiza.
Go forward.
Okay, so now Makiza is going straight into our top 10.
Yes,
congratulations,
don't
Makiza.
Don't go.
Okay, so from next week, we're going to have a brand new artist coming up. And then also not forgetting that Dr. Spicy and D1 Nature will definitely be on the list again to see who definitely make it. Well, D1 Nature is kind of like going back to back. I don't know. This brother got something
hopefully next week is going to be better for him.
I hope so. I hope next week becomes better for him. Okay. All right. Now that is all for the show.
Oh, well, like the song of a winner goes today. Don't go. Stick
go.
with us. We'll be here same
time
time
next
same
week?
station next week.
Oh, same time. Yeah, definitely same time, same station.
Yes. I'm still your girl, and then who's that guy?
I don't even think I've seen you before, so I don't even know what the stress is. My name is Yao. You can call me the Godfather.
Well, whatever.
All
right.
Course,
Have a great day.
Bye
Just like yesterday when I met you, Baba, you tell me, say, baby, now me you go marry. Yeah, all the love where you show me, all the things where you do me. I know fit to shout, I know fit forget. If you leave me, I'm on a regret. Yeah, baby, come close and make we go see mama. Money, come close and make we go see papa. If you leave me, not without you, baby, no less for me, yeah. Don't go away from me. I need you one more time, baby, me. Mama, feel me still and more. Don't go away from me. I need you one more time, baby, me. Mama, feel me still and more. Rara, go send it all, yeah, wow. I need you one more time, baby, me. Mama, feel me still and more. Go sell a mirror. You want me call me money.
What it is?
Go sell a mirror. You want me call me my face.
Girl, you know, you all I desire. So when you look in my eyes, baby girl, you set me on fire. Yeah. So for you, my all I surrender. And when you're down, give you a sugar. I really don't mind what I say. Hey, my love is here, girl, stay. Make my heart make you keep on my number one. See now you, me, I choose no another one. And if I had to choose, can you be the one? And if they ask that, them say you my only one. Don't you ever leave my side. Don't you walk out the door, baby.
Don't go away from me. I need you one more time, baby, me. Mama, feel me still and more. Don't go away from me. I need you one more time, baby, me. Mama, feel me still and more. Rara, go send it all, yeah, wow. I need you one more time, baby, me. Mama, feel me still and more. Go sell a mirror. You want me call me money. Go sell a mirror. You want me call me my face. You be the only one wanna give me goosebumps. Your smile give me joy like never before. I'm made for you forevermore.
Make my heart make you keep on my number one. See now you, me, I choose no another one. And if I had to choose, can you be the one? And if they ask that, them say you my only one.
I love you, my baby.
I know that.
I need you, my baby.
I know that.
Go sell a mirror, liar. I'll go in.
My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem.
I am Messi Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. Josephine Paul,
Susan Achin,
Yao Bremen,
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi,
Ekanem.
I am Messi Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. Hello there, welcome right here to the studio, African Patriot Radio, and it's about the weekend where we get to you all entertain and give you all of the gist you need to hear and you want to hear, of course. It is the
Whispers.
Did you hear the voices of the ladies? Did you hear our voices? Because we are right here in the studio and you know how we do this. The Whispers, we're here to give you all of the talk and do's, all of the happenings, all the things you need to know. And if you've been following our program since from the weekend, you know how we do it here. Last week we talked about
single parenting.
Single parenting. My name is Josephine Paul. I'm not alone in the studio. Like you heard the voices of the queens of England, queens of Africa, queens of Nigeria right here in the studio. Both Fulman, Waterecha, and Immaculate Odo. How you guys doing?
Hi, girl. Fine.
How you girls doing?
Thank you.
The weekend. How's the weekday been so far?
It was stressful.
I don't even know the difference.
It was stressful, yeah. It was stressful, so I really can't tell.
Like every day is like every day to me.
Yeah.
Except Sundays.
Yesterday was Workers' Day, and you know, it just
really.
I was working in the studio.
Ima, did you just say really? Like you didn't know it's Workers' Day yesterday?
I just knew. I did say Happy New Month to you, yeah, but it didn't go to me.
That is Workers' Day. Oh. Well, you know, every day seems like every day, like a normal day.
Yeah, it's just Sunday, Monday, and then every other day, and then Sunday again. Like that's
all right. So away from the weekdays, though, it's a weekend, and thank God it's what?
Saturday.
Thank God it's Saturday, guys. The Whispers. And today we'll be dealing with a very serious topic that, you know, one or two ways people must have, you know, overlooked it and not really taken that into consideration. This is called cohabitation. Have you heard the word cohabitation? Have you ever cohabited or wondered what it means to, you know, be cohabiting? Do you know, I just realized that subconsciously most people just, you know, venture or do it and do not really understand what it is. All right, so let's get to understand when we say cohabiting or cohabitation, what do we really mean? Ima, what do you think cohabiting or cohabitation really means when we talk about that?
Okay, not to make fun of it, but it's marriage rehearsal. Yeah, I just feel it's marriage rehearsal.
Why do you think it's a rehearsal?
Cohabiting, you're both living together. Okay, so it's different when you have a roommate.
Yeah.
But when you say you're cohabiting, it's basically a living lover, someone you have a sexual relationship with. Yeah. So you guys are living as though you were married. Yeah. It's different if you're living as roommates, but now the two of you are living as though you were married, but you actually aren't legally married. Yeah. So you're going to cook for him. You're going to do normal chores like a wife would. Yeah. But you're not his wife. Sure. Okay, so
very practical definition, right?
Yeah, there. So you're cohabiting. You're doing marriage rehearsal
when you're actually living with someone and you're not legally married. So what can you say about cohabiting or cohabitation?
Do you know she said marriage rehearsals? I was like, okay, so they rehearse.
Yeah.
So they do rehearse. Yeah, but it's actually true.
True.
She just gave me an insight to really what it means. Like you said, it was a practical explanation of what cohabiting is. Yeah. Because when you now look at it now, cohabiting is just the fact that you guys are able to stay together in a particular place and do what you would have done
if you were married.
And unfortunately, you're not married. You're not legally married. Yeah. Because, like you said, marriage rehearsal. There's something binding you guys already, which is love.
The love, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So since you're not, there's no legal binding to the feeling or whatever it is that binds you guys. You're cohabiting.
Yes. So basic understanding. Living together with someone
you're not
legally married to, or you are not having that religious understanding, like when you have to lead someone to the altar and where everyone has to see it and know that okay, it's a legal marriage, and whereas you can be living together with someone and having an intimate relationship.
Yeah, most of the times it's actually an intimate relationship.
It's actually an intimate
relationship.
Most
of the times it's even if you guys are going to get married.
Yes.
But you're living together, you're still cohabiting. Like Ima said, marriage rehearsals. So usually when people are dating and then they are living together, because let's say some people are dating to get married and the marriage preparation and everything is ongoing and they are now staying together.
Even when you're engaged and you're living with him,
cohabitation. This cohabiting has actually long time ago and years back it has actually been talked about. It had a little bit of controversials. People were saying it like it's nothing. There's nothing there. If you're going to end up with a person, if you're going to end up with that partner or that spouse, there's nothing wrong with you just staying with the person. Do you understand? A lot of controversial talk. A lot of people saying it that it's not a bad thing. So let's go down to that. What do you think is cohabiting? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Let's look at the good side of it and let's look at the bad side of it. A lot of times people will actually come and be like, it's not. This is someone I want to spend the rest of my life with, so there's nothing wrong with staying with the person and all that. Different thoughts, different opinions and all that. So let's look into that.
I feel it's a choice thing. It depends on you. Fuji could be a fan and you're like, oh no, it's a no for me. Yeah. So it's a matter of choice. So I'm not going to decide for whoever wants to say yes, I will cohabit or no. Like I said, it's like marriage rehearsal. Yeah. You know what you do at a rehearsal, right? You try to perfect the main performance. So we're rehearsing. Let's see what our marriage is going to look like. Yeah. Let's see what our flaws are. We're going to find out. That's why people live together. Yeah. They want to find out their flaws. They want to see if they can actually eventually cope at being a couple or a wedded couple. So at this point it gives them, there's nothing binding them, so we could walk away. So basically that's why a lot of people cohabit. I want to get to know him better, because there's this very popular saying that you don't know a man until you're living with him in the house. So no matter, they say even if you dated a man for 100 years, you don't know until the day you get into the house, then you get to know the real character of this person.
Very close to the person.
Yeah, so I guess a lot of people they do not want that kind of scenario. So they're like, fine, I know you from a distance. How about we live together and rehearse? Okay. As kids, we used to play mommy and daddy play.
Don't go there. So, Fuchi, can you throw more light about that cohabiting? Is it a good decision? Is it good or bad? What lights do you see it as?
I think, like you said, it's choice.
Yeah.
What you like, whatever works for you is what you should do. Like you said. Yeah. Personally, I really wouldn't advise cohabiting. I don't like it. I like my space. Okay, now you're on the Whispers show.
Yeah, sure.
And this is girl talk.
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
Girl, I'm a boss. Yeah. I want to give you guys one gossip now.
This part I like.
I want to give you guys a gossip.
Sure,
now the thing is, I'm not the person that loves to always be in the face of her man.
Okay.
So and I am an emotional person.
Okay.
Emotional, being jealous and loving attention. I can wake up in a minute and tell me sorry.
Whoa.
So now, if I live with you and then I always wake you up at night to tell me sorry, you will chase me out of your house.
Yes.
But you're looking to spend the rest of your life.
Now, there's a thing.
I think it's understanding somehow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now, there's this thing. I was having this conversation with my kids yesterday, and she said there's a difference between dating and courting.
Yes.
I didn't know that there was a difference between dating and courting.
Okay.
I only knew that dating and courting is the same thing.
No, it's not.
Get to know yourselves before marriage. So now, in the process of dating and courting, you are cohabiting, right? Possibly. As in, for some people, you're cohabiting. And so you're getting to know, okay, this is what he likes, and this is what she likes. This is what I should do around him. And because I was speaking to a friend and he said he had this OCD and that it was really so bad. And that the whole lockdown and everything made him and his wife to start having issues. Like, they be like, your one is too much. And he's like, why can't you just be orderly? Why can't you do this? And then he's like, are you sure I want to do this with this person?
Yeah. That means they've really not spent a lot of
time.
Yeah,
so he's like, are you sure I want to do this with this person? And I'm like, why don't you speak to her about it? So maybe you guys will reach an understanding. And then he's like, it's not about reaching an understanding right now. It's about you being able to endure.
Yeah.
And then try to make it work.
But
the lady in question now didn't sit back to make it work. The lady now, after they had the issue the first day, the second day, the lady packed her bags and left. Now this is the disadvantage of cohabiting. You get tired of each other. But the ability to make it work, I don't support it because I like to stay in my house.
Your own space.
I like it when we see there's something fresh. There's always gist. But when you're around me, sincerely speaking, when you're around me, when I'm around, yes, I might get tired
and irritated somehow.
But at some point, I think there was this weekend, I really wanted to be around somebody. I wanted to gist. I wanted to be pet. I wanted to cry for somebody, and then that's when it happened.
A lot of emotions.
So I think that it's not so out of place, and it's not so.
You know what just came into my head? Because of how Fuchi's expressing herself so deeply from the depth of her heart, from the bottom of your heart, actually, I feel like I should push play to. If I really had the opportunity, I'll push play to "In My Feelings" by Drake for you. So it's basically that's it.
So it's a choice. If you're this person that always wants to be around this person, and then you think okay, this person is somebody that always wants to be around this person, and he won't get tired of you, because there's some guys that like their space.
True.
And there's some girls that like their space. And there's some guys that like to be clingy. And some girls that like to be clingy. So if you are clingy and your guy is clingy, and then you guys meet up and then you guys form something beautiful, it's understandable.
But like you said, it's a matter of understanding, and it's also a matter of choice. Like you talked about your friend, she gossiped about her friend. She's having this conversation where if they hadn't spent time together, they wouldn't have known that they're going to have that issues. Like, he's a nice or all clean and orderly kind of guy,
person,
and she throws things about. How would they know? Okay, I am not going to say you should totally. I am not a fan. Okay, actually, I do not have an opinion right now. I'd rather sit on the fence. I wouldn't say pack your things and stay with this person you're going to spend the rest of your life with until, don't go until he pays back. You should spend quality time
to know this person.
A weekend.
And that's what people tend to define as quality time. Let's look into that. Like, now, when you're talking about quality time, people see it in different views. People have different views about it. Quality time for people could be just being around the person, going there to stay with the person for a certain period of time.
True.
And subconsciously, they do not know that that's where
cohabiting comes in.
You get.
See,
so
they're also circumstantial cohabiting. They're circumstantial, but maybe we should not rush things. But I'm saying, if you feel it will work for you, talking about when you say you're going to get tired, you know what I'm thinking? I mean, this person. What? Okay, you cannot know my thoughts. I mean, you're not in my head.
Come on, I know.
Yeah, you cannot be in my head anyway. So I'm saying I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And then I'm like, my future start now. I want to get to know you. I want to get to know who you are. I want to know what I'm to expect when we eventually get married. And then if you're telling me that you don't like people in your space, saying you want to get married to me is like letting me all in, no reservations. Because at that point when you're asking somebody to marry you, at that point you're letting the person in.
Fully,
and everything. See, there's actually a difference between cohabiting and marriage, because marriage is like pairing two families, but cohabiting is two persons without their families backing, right?
But the thing is, you don't forget that marriage is two people. There's something called the third party. So now families are going to be families where they are, and then you and I are going to be you and I here where we are. But so now our families wouldn't have to come in, get involved. We're also cohabiting, because I am somebody that will tell you I wouldn't want family members to always come spend time in our house, because we have to still get to grow. So in cohabiting too, there should also be a way so that we can get to grow.
But do you know that we're actually narrowing this down to marriage? There are people that cohabit not for the sake of getting married in future.
True.
People just cohabit. For instance, one girl is in Abuja, she's stranded, she needs a house, and the only person that's willing is the guy. And the guy's like, oh, you can come stay with me, I will help you. And then you're staying with this guy.
If you remember vividly, when we said we're trying to outline the definition and understanding of cohabiting. So we said it is
not two tenants.
Not two tenants.
Not roommates.
Not roommates. Exactly. Yeah, not two tenants.
But individuals, two people coming together to live in an intimate, to have an intimate relationship.
Yes, an intimate relationship. That's why I'm trying to paint a scenario, because I was going to get there. For instance, a girl has an issue and then needs a place to stay, and the guy offers help, and of course you're stranded. At that point, you take the offer. It's the best thing, and then you live with him. Basically, for you, he's rendering help, and maybe he does think so. As well. But as time goes on, like our people say, but D not be firewood. Yes. And then emotions come to
yes.
And then you two begin to have a sexual relationship. Now at that point, regardless of the fact that you're a squatter, like you're just squatting, you've begun to have feelings, and maybe you didn't want to do it, but for the sake of I owe him a lot. He helped
me. For the fact that you guys have been, together.
You're
always together and all. So you just want to
closeness generates affection.
Exactly.
And then you begin to have, regardless, the fact that you are staying there because you have accommodation issues doesn't change the fact that you're cohabiting. So they are conditional cohabiting, and not for the sake of getting married. And then at a point, you sit back and you're like, do you know, I actually am not enjoying this anymore. Because like you said, intention also has a lot to do with this. Like, this was not my intention. Okay, I'm tired of everything. You want to move out. Just different reasons. So you're not cohabiting for the sake of getting married. You're cohabiting because it's circumstantial and you need a place to lay your head. And that's like your only choice right now.
True. Different opinion, different views. Cohabitation actually has been one kind of topic or one kind of discussion for a long time that people actually see in a different way and have different views.
It's very controversial.
Yeah. So we get to find out the effect of cohabitation. All right. And to all our listeners and viewers out there, you can actually drop your comment and your contribution via our social media handle. African Patriot Radio is where you need to share your views concerning this. The topic is cohabitation, and this is the Whispers. We take a quick break right now, and when we return, we get to share the negative effect of cohabitation. Do not go anywhere.
My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem.
I am Messi Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio.
Right here to the Whispers. It's the weekend gist right here on African Patriot Radio, and we know how we do it right here. We give you all the gist and all of the gossip you need to hear and you need to know, not holding anything back. Today on Whispers, we're looking at cohabitation. Cohabitation, is it good? Is it bad? What's your take on it? I actually said drop down your comments and your contributions via our social media handle, African Patriot Radio. I'm not alone. I've got my girls. Can you guys say something? Oh my God. So you can actually be the Cardi B right here, right?
I wouldn't want to cohabit with Emma.
Fuchi, do something right now. Do something. Make that noise. Make just be different. Give them the energy.
You know, I told you before we got on the show that the engine is...
Okay.
The battery is dying.
The engine didn't knock or something?
Yeah.
You know?
You need to go to the vulcanizer.
Are you trying to... are you looking for someone to cohabit to, revive the...
Not Emma.
Not Emma.
No, not Emma.
No, we cannot have a sexual relationship.
Oh, no, sorry. Yes.
Well, all right, girls. So we just talked about cohabitation, and we looked at the good sides of it. I mean, if it's good or if it's bad, and we got to elaborate on it. Like I said, it's a topic that's a little bit controversial. People have different views towards it. So let's get to talk about the negative effect of cohabitation.
I actually also feel there are positives.
Yes, there should. There are positives.
Every good has a bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there are two.
I like that you, when we were talking, you actually aligned, or yes, you actually said there are, circumstantial
types of
cohabitation. There are sometimes you just need to stay with someone, but not in any intimate.
But something happens along the line.
Along the way, yes. And the funny thing right now, it just occurred to me that you could actually cohabit with the mindset of getting married at the end of the day, and it doesn't work out. And then you cohabit for years, and then you find out we cannot do this, and then you go your separate ways. And there also a circumstantial cohabitation where you're cohabiting, and then you end up married.
You just realize that this guy's cool, this
person's
good,
and you end up married. So either ways, but the end point we're actually hoping that people get married after cohabiting. But there are people that cohabit for years, and they're called husband and wife.
But the most important, the most important thing is getting to know this person. Yeah, I've seen people that date for 2 months and get married and are living perfectly well and fine. Yeah. They didn't do the rehearsal.
Let me throw you back to the 90s, to the 80s, like 70s. Those our
fathers.
Those are our fathers.
They never did this, They used to get married. They used to get married, but I don't think there was any, cohabitation.
Most of them, we call it blind dates now. Most of them wasn't really. Theirs was blind marriage. You just come, they pick this young girl and they just give her that, go and marry your husband. Yeah. You learn on the job.
Yes.
It's like learning on the job. You now get to meet this person and then you're trying to know this person.
Okay, I have friends as grown-ups, even as far as recently as university days, we still went for weddings. My friends' parents were getting married. So what have they been doing for years? They have kids my age, kids older than me.
It happens.
Yes. So, I think that cohabitation just led to them being husband and wife. Yes. Like, they were not legally married. But you see something like that, they will just tell you, okay, I did something on their head. That what
it's a small thing
for our head.
Have you seen that picture? Have you seen that picture with the guy?
Probably the man went to see his parents, and maybe her parent rather, when she's pregnant or when it just looks like
and seek their consent. But at the end of the day, all you need is consent and blessing.
Exactly.
Not money.
Blessing, that's the word.
Not money.
All right, let's get to talk about the negative side. Lack of interest in marriage. Like we just finished sharing it. So when you start cohabiting, you understand that most times you get tired. Most times you just feel like maybe this person is not what you're actually looking out for, and all of a sudden it doesn't go well. You understand the urge and the feeling, like the mystery behind sharing the whole space and everything. You just find it, so you just get so tired about it, and then there's no interest in marriage and all that. You understand?
Yeah, I understand, but I would also put that as a negative and positive effect of cohabitation, because in a situation where humans are pretentious.
Yeah, sure.
You understand that? We are pretentious. True. And so in a situation where we get to meet and we think we're in love, we think we know each other, and then a circumstance occurs that makes or that requires that, we cohabit. We are dating, but something now happens that we just have to be together.
Yeah.
And then in the course of staying together, I realize you don't flush the toilet. I realize you don't make the bed, and that's like a no for me. Yeah, it's a deal breaker.
Turn off.
Yeah, it's a deal breaker for me.
Usually, if you're going to come visit, he's going to flush the toilet.
Yes, he's going to keep everywhere clean. Yeah. But now you guys are waking up and you realize this guy's
you know the funny thing right now. That's you. that's him trying to pull out his whole his real person, his real self, like displaying the whole thing he does. He might say that you're coming like on a normal, like regular come and go and stuff, is flushing the toilet, but when you eventually stay with him, like, you notice that the toilets are not flushing and all that. You understand?
It's see finish levels now. He's not, of course he's not going to do this.
Yes.
So at the end of, it's not even about him doing it. It's about the fact that you are not coming, you are here. This is me.
That's the finish.
And then at the end of the day, you realize that he eats, and then he doesn't do the dishes immediately he eats. But most times when you come, the kitchen is clean and sparkling. And so with time,
I'm seeing your positive side right now.
With time, you now get to realize that it is better we don't do this
at all.
And then, okay, now let's say, for instance, we quarrel over the phone, and then we're far apart and we're quarreling and we have issues and we settle. But now we are in the house. You see how he would react? Possibly when he's angry with you over the phone, he breaks things.
But you're not there to
witness it. So when you are now here with him, and then something happens, and then he acts, now what I do now? So normal level. Maybe he just buys things to keep so that when he's angry, he breaks. Normal level, he picks up the stuff he's supposed to break, and then he slams it, and then you're like, what? You're not the prince I thought you were. So that helps a lot. So it helps avert domestic violence.
Exactly. True.
Because you get into a relationship, this guy has this trait already, but you don't see it because you don't test what's in your bike. You don't test run your car. So you don't test run your car. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, this is not who he was. He changes. There's something I actually tell people. Men marry women hoping they will not change. And women marry men hoping they will change.
True. I had this conversation with someone yesterday and he said exactly the same thing.
At the end of the day, you look at it and you be like, but he has changed. He did not change, darling. It was always there, but you did not notice. So if it's a guy now, I'm not sounding like a feminist, but if it's a guy, now the guy is seeing that, okay, when she's coming to my house, she has this makeup on. Someone like me, okay, now it's true, like a gossip again. I am not the makeup person.
We know.
I am not the makeup person. I'm this person that puts on a short and a shirt and move. I have face caps like a guy, even more than guys. And so my mom was always complaining and say, oh, don't do this. What if when you meet a guy? And then I always felt if you like me, you would take me the way I am. So when I met this boyfriend of mine at some time ago, my ex now, he was always, when I was always going to see him, I realized the first few times I went, he was always try to apply makeup, this thing on your face. I'm like, okay, I went to buy it. Whenever I'm going to his house, only I go to dust it out and then do something on my face. And then when I go to his house, oh God, I'm looking fly. I'm like, don't touch my face. And all. When something happened, we had to cohabit for 2 weeks. Trust me, he got irritated. Because you see, when I'm going to his house, I have to put on skimpy things. I have to look good and hot and presentable. And then I have to have my bath. But at that time, bathing wasn't something I really wanted to do. So I bathed at night, and then the next morning I bathed by 12. And he was just kind of guy that when he expects you, before he even wakes up, you've had your bath. And then I'm like, nah. And I'm not the breakfast person. So I'm just like, it's junk. But he had everything planned out. He had his life in order.
So he had to fit in.
He had to fit in. And so sometimes when I just come out, I don't wear slippers in the house. He's like, go and put on your slippers.
Immaculatus.
Oh my God.
So it was something I couldn't deal
with.
I was actually thanking God because at the end of the day, I realized this is not the kind of person I want to be. Because even if we have love, listen, love thrives on friendship. No matter how you think it, no matter how you say it, if we don't have an understanding as friends, love will fail. You can't even make it. So now I always tell people, when love fails, you let friendship carry you.
It will carry you.
So if it doesn't, I notice that we are friends, so every other thing we're okay. But when it has to do with domestic things, and for crying out loud, we're looking at getting married. And if we get married,
cannot deal with this right now.
And we're in the same house, we always have issues. And then I realized over the phone we had issues, but when we're together, we had serious issues.
There was debris.
I'm not the cooking person in the morning. I can cook for you all day. That's from 12. But from morning till 12, I just feel I want to try to start my day and think. So now, and then the makeup. You're expecting me to make up and sit in the house. I'm like, bro, I'm not coming to see you now. He's like, why you not doing this?
Can I say something? Sorry, sorry for cutting up. But before I think before you people all these things are actually bound to happen in relationship, misunderstandings and all that, and until there's understanding in a relationship, probably now that the problem of waking up in the morning to cook is not really your thing. Like, you just have to sit in the morning and just think. And I feel like if there's understanding, okay, this is where love comes in. Like, I
want to do this for this person.
And you want to do this for this person. Wait,
hold on.
And just for us to just
move on. I started doing a lot of things, but
for how long?
I could not cope up.
Because
I would cook in the morning. I realized this guy likes to have his breakfast. Yeah. And so since we're cohabiting now, you already said you had some things you'd have to do
because you're there.
Sure. So I started doing some things for him that ordinarily I wouldn't do. Yeah. But how many things I won't do?
Because for how long?
I have to wake up, do the dish, the breakfast. I have to wake up, have my bath, make up, and this is something
I'm not used to.
So it was always looking like I'm forcing you to love me. Yeah. It was now there were excuses, and I was feeling, you know what? See, I'm this person that loves attention, and you're always on your phone. So why are you not giving me the attention? But whenever I come to see you, you give me attention. So this is what you do. And then he was always like, I need time, I need to do this. It was a serious issue. Yeah. So I think there's a positive side and there's a negative side to that point you made.
Okay, like me, I said, what she's just saying, at the end of the day, can I summarize it? It's see finish levels. Yes.
No, I think I buy your point. I get it.
But also, on what you've just said, that when you get to cohabit, like you said, you're bound to have issues.
True.
And then you're saying understanding comes in.
Yeah.
And then there's also, like she said, I agree, a positive and a negative aspect. Now, if I am going to get married to you, but we're cohabiting for the time being, like for now, and they say you lose interest in marriage, right?
True.
And then you get to act up and give me all the attitude. For instance, now she's talking about how she being the lady having issues, and now the guy is like, I'm the one that is going to come and pay for your hand in marriage, Abby. I'm the one that is supposed to come and pay your dowry, and then you're giving me this attitude. Thank God I've not even come. He has lost interest now. True, at that point. I'm like, was this what I was going to get married to? No wahala. I'm not coming anymore. Do you understand? And at that point, because they now know what to expect. But if there was something legal binding them, you want to work for it because you've invested money in it.
True.
Now, people don't look at time as though it's anything. It's not time. You and I, we spent time together. You decided, I decided. We came together. We had an agreement. Yeah. But once he has invested
in this,
do you understand? Yes. He has invested his money, and the lady has invested her reputation.
True.
You
cannot time. Yeah.
We don't even look at time. It's at the end of the day when your heart is broken. They're now like, after all the time, I put in all the time and effort. True. People don't even just call. You don't just call time and people look at you like you say time and effort, and somebody wants to listen to you. Do you understand? And then the guy is like, okay, thank God I haven't. But here, if he has invested his money and then his reputation, because you cannot, the ladies especially, you cannot go from Miss to Mrs. and back to Miss and not have tongues wagging, like, it's society.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So you don't want to go back to that. So you're going to put in everything to make that marriage work. Because usually divorce is the last
thing
option.
You can actually think of.
Because yes, even in Nigeria, like, okay, separate first. They don't just give you a divorce. So you have to be separated for some
and see how you can cope up with that.
And see if you really want to divorce before you go and divorce. So like that's really like the very last option.
Yeah.
But now you're like, I am married. I am going to give my all to make it work. Especially because sometimes there are kids in the picture. Yeah. But the cohabiting couples also go on to have kids.
Yeah.
And now that's a problem because when that relationship splits up, now the kids are at the receiving end.
True.
And usually, naturally, the kids belong to the mom. Once there's the split.
Legally in Nigeria, the kids belong to the mom. To the dad.
To the dad, yeah.
Yes, because they bear the name. Because the name of the dad is on the marriage certificate.
And it's on the birth certificate.
On the birth certificate, rather.
So usually in different laws for different countries. Because in Ghana, I know that the woman goes with the child, and usually the kids bear the mother's name.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that part. Wow, whispers. Thank you. No, but seriously, now the relationship splits, and whoever lives with the child, the other person does not owe you child support.
Yeah.
Of what, because there's nothing
legal.
Those kids suffer. But I know they are, like, for instance, even in the event of the death of a spouse. It's your spouse regardless, because you're living as man and wife. And funny enough, your person, something's like, how is your Oga? They don't even know you're not married or not, because I get married in Abuja and I'm living in Lagos. You don't know. And then that's how's your Oga. So to everybody's mindset, that's your husband, that's your wife. But there's also a problem, because I know where I'm from. For instance, if I'm cohabiting and then, God forbid, it's actually the guy is at the receiving end here. God forbid a guy and a girl are cohabiting and then the lady gets to die. You're going to marry a dead body.
Okay. Just so we don't jump or exhaust all the topics we have to, because that's what we're coming to after the negative effect of cohabitation. And let's look to another point: high chances of divorce. Yeah. Like one or two ways we've actually delved into that aspect too, because by the time you actually cohabit, by the time you stay with someone for a long period of time, research actually has it that people that actually go into marriage, you understand, into cohabitation without marriage, they actually have high tendencies of getting divorced, of splitting, separations, and all that.
I actually feel that the reason people opt for cohabiting over marriage is for the sake of divorce. For the fear of divorce.
True.
When you mentioned the first point, and I said there's a negative and there's a positive, it's more or less like all the points you're giving right now. There's a negative and there's a positive. Yeah. Because high tendencies of divorce, if you cohabit, you think you get to know
the person more,
and there are some things you can manage.
Yeah.
But there's something my mom will tell you, and I'm speaking pidgin English. She will say, marriage is not scripted. Okay, no pidgin English. Marriage is not scripted.
Okay.
And there are a whole lot of things you will see as a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a fiance that you will not even see as a couple. But the whole lot of things you'll see as a couple, you'll be like, where were these challenges when we're just living together? Yes, so the thing here is, a lot of people cohabit. And they pretend in the period of cohabiting.
Really?
Yes.
True. It's possible.
It is very, very possible. Yeah. And they pretend in the period of cohabiting, and then they get married. And then they feel, and their real selves come to play, and they feel, where was this person when I was with you?
Because I have not paid. If you're testing, you not tell the man how many pieces of suya he will give you to test. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get
so I won't buy. He gives you one to you test. Tell him how much.
Now and that is. Let me tell you something. If you now stand in front of this malam you're buying this suya from, what do you want?
I want to buy suya.
You want to buy suya?
Yeah.
Bring the money.
No, you don't. You don't do that.
You can't stand in front of a malam to buy suya without even
holding money.
Coming to say, I want to buy this specific amount of suya.
No, we're saying that cohabiting is marriage is test running. So I want to test before buying.
You're testing before buying. Yeah. Trust me, in the process of testing.
What if it's not good enough? If it doesn't test well, you actually leave. That's where the boss comes in.
That's what I'm trying to still explain to you now. That a lot of people get married and they don't even know who this person is. And so when they get to the marriage, they'll be like, you were hiding all this while. Okay. I can't take it from you. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Do you know we can actually relate this to the example we just gave? What? Because some malam now, you're like, give me suya, they'll give you the best part and then sell stale meat to you.
You can't stand in front of a malam and say, I want to buy suya. You're looking at his face. Bring your money now. How much suya do you want to buy?
Yeah. He'll give you the fresh one and then sell the stale one.
The thing is, if, like, from the point you mentioned, divorce cases, from statistics in January, earlier this year, we have a 95% cases of divorce cases that are less than 5 years.
You know, that's my problem. The internet is not helping.
That are less than 5 years. And then you keep asking yourself, in this our era, in this our age where we have a lot of people cohabiting, what's the problem?
What's the problem? Pretense. It's true.
Pretense. Because when you say divorce, you're not saying divorce that I'm cohabiting with you and I decide to leave. That's not divorce. That's separation.
That's separation.
We are working out. But divorce happens when you are legally married. There's a legal binding. And that legal binding happens when you see some things for cohabiting. You can't see them for marriage. And you'll be like, you're a different person.
I can't deal with this.
That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people will not deal with it. Some people will be like, I can't do this. Some people even try to make it work. And at the end of the day, it doesn't work, and they'll be like, see, I don't want you to take my head. Let me go out.
Okay, yeah, like I said, I feel that a lot of people cohabit because they do not want to divorce and get divorced in the marriage. They're like, okay, if I rush and then I get married. For instance, two people meet and they're so in love and they want to spend the rest of their life together, and they're like, marry me already. Like, no, I cannot get married to you. It's too early. So in order for us to get to really know each other, they decide to live together. Now, the reason they're doing that is because I know that if I get married to you, we might have issues and then we might have to break up, like divorce, right? But rather than go through all, because divorce is like a lot of legal hassles, and they don't want to go through all of that. So in order to prevent that, they decide to like live together for some time, and then while they're living together, they get to find out, okay, this I can take, this I cannot take, and then get to decide if I want to go into continue the relationship or not. So at that point, there's nothing legal that's binding them, so they might just separate. But now that's what you're trying to do, or what you're trying to prevent, is actually a good legal divorce. Do you understand? And so this, like we're saying, that is like the good aspect of cohabiting, and the fact that you get to know this person, you know what you can take and what you cannot take. And if you separate, but do you know, we're talking about legal binding. A contract is a legal agreement, right? It's a legal arrangement. There are people that sign this cohabiting contract, like, I want to live with you, let's sign a contract, because
they want to have that experience. Like, they don't want any issue. Probably they want that kind of relationship where even if they get to separate or break up, there's something they can actually hold on to.
Actually, I think we skipped when we were painting scenarios. There are people that actually cohabit for the sake of trust. I don't trust you. When I leave your house, I don't know who comes. Okay, you're having doubts, come live with me. It happens. And so for that sake, for the sake of trust, you're living with him, and you want to find out whether he, like, do you understand? It's all encompassing. And then you're living with this person, and then you find out that, fine, because you're also not very secure, you're like, let's sign an agreement that you belong to me. Like, regardless of the fact that we're not really married, let's sign an agreement, because I know of boyfriends and girlfriends that get houses together, buy cars together. So now, why they're signing that agreement is, so should they separate? Because yes, should they separate? Now we know how to share these things. I bought a car with you. Maybe you're taking the car and giving me back half my money.
I don't want us to go too fast. You know, I know we have lots. I told you there's a lot of just like on this particular topic, cohabitation. So let's take this slow. Still talking about the effect. Truly, all things Ima's trying to elaborate right now is what we're going to discuss on.
Okay, so it's all
separate, subtopic. Let's move to prioritizing. This one is actually very sensitive, very, very, very sensitive, and it's actually what happens. So the next point is prioritizing sex too much. You know what happens?
Making like a priority.
Yes. I mean, you're coming to my house. I know some guys that'll be like, how far now, babe, I date you, and I want me you come to my house, and maybe you come and you're all settled, and they're like, how far now? They say they tell you how far now. You understand? And maybe before you go to the house, you're already saying reasons why you cannot come and stay in his house and all. And the person's like, okay, you're telling him, okay, I cannot come and stay in your house because we cannot have sex and all that. I can't be celibate. And the person's giving you reasons why you can't. There's no way you're coming to my house that you don't expect to touch you. Do you understand? So they begin to prioritize sex. They begin to put it first. Like, that's the thing that's going to occur when we actually cohabiting. So you understand what I'm saying?
Understanding.
Communication.
At the end of the day, you two know what you want. Like we started off saying, the reason people cohabit is because they want to end up together. And now whatever decision or whatever conversation you had prior to that time still stands. So I'm saying we're having a relationship but we're celibate. So regardless of the fact, like you talked about dating and courting, we're dating, we're saying sex is not part of the relationship. At the end of the day, we're courting. Courtship is actually where you get, that's real marriage rehearsal.
True.
And now that's the time when you're asked to spend more time or quality time with this other person. So you expect everything that's going to happen in a marriage. See, there was once I was having this conversation with Fuchi, and Fuchi was like, marry somebody that matches your libido.
That's a very important.
Else they're going to. So talk about prioritizing sex. I think sex is like a major part of marriage.
I mean, sex plays a central role in every relationship. I feel people just misuse it, like take advantage of it, like.
Do you know that marriages have broken because of sexual incompatibility? They are compatible in all ramifications. They are both elderly people. They both have religious beliefs, same religious beliefs and stuff. But on bed, they're not compatible, and this leads to one partner or the other cheating, and that marriage just collapses. Because if you cheat on me, I find out trust is gone, and once trust is gone, that relationship is lost.
True.
So now, talk about prioritizing sex. I'm not saying people should go about having sex, but yes, but I'm saying you said you're going to be celibate, but I mean you're going to live with this person in the house, and that person is not a rock. You expect that person to be moved. So it's there, like, where we're going to have issues is when one person wants it and the other person doesn't, and then you keep having this like argument time and time again. That's like, it's a red light. It's already telling you guys that you guys are not compatible in a way.
Okay.
It's a sign. So talk about prioritizing sex. I think sex will happen. We already defined cohabiting like living together and having sex. Else, you guys are just coexisting under one roof.
Yeah. So what can you say about that, Fuji?
I wouldn't want to say she like has said it all. But the thing is, sex is actually an agreement. When it is rape is when there was no consent. There was a breach of agreement.
True.
So now, having sex with a person, we have to understand and communicate.
Yes.
I, for one, would say, okay, fine, I want to be celibate. And then this person is sexually active. And then I'm like, you know what? He walks up and he's like, let's get into a relationship. And I'm like, me, I want to be celibate in any relationship. Forefront. Because the first things you should know is that as we're going into this, we're not going in to always pray.
Set boundaries.
We are also supposed to be together.
Yeah.
And so in the course of being together, we don't have an understanding that there is no sex involved.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Why didn't you tell me earlier?
Do you know?
Because you know what you just say now, just painted the picture in my head. Do you know why your pastor asked you not to sleep in Brother Peter's house? Because your pastor knows that Brother Peter has blood in his vein.
Yeah, true.
I wouldn't want to quote the holy books right now, but it is also known widely religiously that the body has needs. Forget what you think in your mind.
Even I hear people say they have, like, people have self-control, you know, somehow, but there's this saying that guys usually
don't tempt yourself.
Don't exactly, but you know, be firewood, because most people will be like, okay, I can handle this and all that, and then you're lying next to somebody, but you're sleeping
somebody you love
actually,
somebody you claim you have feelings for, and you think, trust me, it's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy. Actually,
it is not going to be easy.
So you shouldn't blame your partner when they ask for it. You had it coming.
The thing is, if you know you want to be celibate, please tell beforehand.
They will cohabit. Don't tempt me.
Don't tell me. There are some people that are willing. Okay, now for instance, we are dating. You're a guy, I'm a girl. We're dating, and then we understand that she wants to be celibate.
Yeah.
He wants to be celibate, and I don't want to be celibate. So, attention and care and understanding, sweetheart. I know I want to be celibate. Is it okay by you? How can I help?
Understanding.
How can I help that I will not have sex with you, but I would help you get yourself? No, this is girl talk. We have to underline these things. These things are factors that will break a relationship, because sex, as in all ramifications, sex is important.
Because I don't know how you lock a bone and a dog in the same house, in the same room.
He won't come back and see the bone there.
Oh, you just answered the question.
So even if you're married, and there's sometimes in marriage where some people say, oh, I don't feel like, doing this now. I don't feel like having sex today. And then the husband begins to why now?
Marriage classes.
Even in marriages, you have the freedom to reject sex.
True.
And if he forces you, it is still rape, because there's rape in marriage. So now, if you don't have the understanding, like, okay, sweetheart, tomorrow now. Communication and understanding.
Yeah.
So now, a lot of people say they prioritize sex. Some people have high libido.
And I just think people prioritizing sex it's not bad, but I feel like if you lay sex sex is actually a weak foundation for you to start with. Like if you just come in and then the whole thing your aim and purpose, and then you just saying it's sex.
Talk about aim and purpose. Now I talked about people cohabiting, circumstantial cohabiting. So I have a problem, I have accommodation issues, and there's this guy that's sexually attracted to me, and he lets me in because he has hopes of having sexual relations
very
with
wrong
me.
Foundation.
Now that's a wrong foundation.
Very wrong.
Now, regardless, my problem is a house. His problem is sex. And now that's his priority and this is mine. And maybe I have to trade mine for his. So
that's
we meet.
You people then you're communicating the wrong thing, because you're like, I didn't have to trade mine. But if you're not making it honest, okay, sweetheart, you want this, I don't want it. let me pay you, or let's reach an agreement. That is when you'll be like, oh, okay, fine. Since you don't want to give this to me, there's no problem. Because it becomes a problem when all you want to do is say this. And then we should also consider the fact that, like you guys are saying, but do not be firewood. We should also consider the fact that you are a guy, you're a girl. You cannot use your own to rob me. Because as a guy, I would want to be with you as a woman because I'm attracted to you. True. And you're telling me you want to be celibate. Then why did you go into something with me?
It's not I think we should also look at it from this aspect. Yeah. If you're saying that the priority is sex, I know I've come across something one day I was reading, and then they said take sex away from the relationship, and most girls have nothing else to offer. Yeah, do you understand? So aside sex, aside sex, is there any other thing the person stands to gain from this relationship? Now, if there is nothing else but the sex, then that's where I'm going to have a problem.
There are also ways to see. Listen, sex is from the mind. You get aroused in your head, in your mind first.
If you don't like the person, you cannot.
That's the thing. Yes. So if you're able to occupy your mind with something else, trust me, it was not
actually overcome that.
You can overcome
I am able to.
Time.
What if he's not, or he's able to? What if
that
I'm
is
not?
Where you communicate.
That's what, because we're making it seem
like you communicate.
We're making it seem like it's a guy's problem. Come on, we know girls.
Listen, a lot of girls now. A lot of girls, like she said, I told her that our sex compatibility has to be, at the same level.
Almost at the same
level. Our sex drive has to just match up.
True.
Because if it doesn't match up, there's going to be a problem. Because even as a woman, there's some things you want from a man.
Sometimes you just feel like cuddling.
Sometimes you want something, you don't want sex actually.
I think
you want some other things, and then at the end of the day, it's now looking like, sweetheart, no, I am actually reading the holy books today. I want us to. You're having a covenant with your creator, not me. So why are you dragging me into it? Why don't you communicate earlier?
Come on. If we go on and on about this sex discussion, I mean, it can never be overemphasized right now. Like,
so give us, what do you think about people prioritizing sex? I mean, it's not an interview.
I said no. Come on, I said that making sex such a putting sex first, making it a big
it's a big thing.
Yes, it's a big thing. It's a very big thing. You actually have to have an understanding. When you first mention understand, that's true. Put an understanding first of all, and if you're not attracted to this person, and if you don't see this person, if you don't see it as if you don't see him, your partner or your spouse, as someone you can actually end up with, this person you're cohabiting with, then I don't think the urge and everything would just be arose, or you would just actually be pushed to do what you don't want to do. Yeah. So you actually have to have an understanding first of all. Sex, it's either both of you have that understanding. Okay, if one person cannot have self-control, the other person has self-control, you guys work it out, and you guys are able to know what you have to put first of all. No, I think when you were trying to elaborate something, I was saying that setting your boundaries is actually very important too. You're coming to cohabit with somebody, and what do you expect when you guys have understanding, when you guys talk about yourselves and everything, and you know his weakness, he tries to tell you what he wants, and you try to tell him what he wants as well. Communication actually plays a role there, and setting your boundaries. You're telling him you want to be celibate, and he's telling you, okay, it's not going to be easy with me. I can't deal with all this.
You have an open relationship.
It's an open relationship. No, so now it all boils down to you making that decision. Do you want to go on with it? Do you want to stay there or not?
What works for you might not work for her.
Yes.
Now let me paint
different people.
Yeah, let me paint a very popular scenario. Who remembers Bam Bam and Teddy L, Big Brother Naija?
I do.
A lot of people were complaining they're having a lot of sex in the house. Yeah. They ended up together.
Now they're married.
Yeah, there are people that would do that much, and I don't want to call names right now because I actually do not want to paint them in the bad light. Yeah. They did all of that but didn't end up together. Talk about Kafi and Gidoni. A lot of people are like, this girl's loose, but she's not what she's doing.
And if you see the whole thing. If you were actually following up that program, it's crazy because a lot of things that people do out there, and you know that a lot of people are watching, but you do not care. Kafi was the one even pushing herself. Sorry, we're diverting it. We're just sharing the story, for instance. Now, Kafi was the one pushing herself, wanting more of Gidoni. You understand? If you followed Big Brother Naija last year, and she wasn't even scared. She was all
out for what she wanted. So
yes.
I'm saying that the fact that people might prioritize sex and it works for them.
It works for them.
Then there are other people. There are people that are like, why are you in this abusive relationship? And they tell you because the sex is good.
Very true.
Do you understand?
True.
It's a big thing. So it's a priority.
Sex is important. So if the sex is good in a relationship,
coronavirus.
If the sex is good in a relationship, and a lot of people you know, that's what works for them. That's the only thing. I can give you anything you want. I can be your lap dog. And so long as you're giving me what I want.
Yeah.
It's actually a very big issue.
Shay, we're here to check if we're going to be compatible. We're going to check in every
Our sex drive has to match up, I'm sorry.
We have to check the compatibility.
So we're saying that most times in cohabiting, it actually ends up, most times sex plays the priority, sex plays its role there. And
everything is a priority.
It's a priority.
Everything is a priority.
Yeah. So we have another point. It says unplanned pregnancy.
Like I saw that coming. After sex.
Of course, what comes next?
Because
it's really unplanned and it's really unwanted.
So even if you have like a truckload of contraceptives, you run out 20.
You know, I mean, the compatibility, the proximity rather of sex, of what sex plays in a relationship will actually boil down to having you getting pregnant, yes, and all
like
that.
I
said,
children can actually result from cohabiting. I mean, you're living
together.
True,
a lot.
You're basically doing everything the man and wife does.
Yeah. So what do you expect?
You expect to have the product of what a man and wife would. So a child coming, I wouldn't say is unplanned. Because you planned your life,
you're doing what to bring a child, and you don't expect the child to come.
Really?
You just sounded like one motivational speaker saying that to your face, and like you're doing, and then you don't expect it to come.
I don't get it.
Seriously, but it's true. You have to plan. You have to just be ready for what comes.
Even marriages though have unplanned pregnancies. I'm a result of one. You're married regardless. They didn't have plans for me, but I came. It happened a lot. So I feel that whatever comes with it, I have issues because when these kids come,
are you ready?
Are you ready for them?
I don't think anything is unplanned.
Really?
Yes. Because it happened that you weren't ready.
Except you were careless.
You were careless.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of ways to prevent pregnancy.
True.
There are a whole lot of ways to prevent pregnancy.
And they begin to wonder, they just begin to ask themselves, like, how come? Like, how did it happen? You've forgotten.
I think it's
how did it happen?
I wasn't there when it happened. But I think it's as a result of carelessness.
Yes,
you were just careless.
Yes, you were carried away.
You were carried away. So if you are thinking straight, and you are cohabiting with somebody, a fine girl, a very cute, tall, dark-skinned guy with beards.
What's that?
And then you are cohabiting and you are doing what would bring a child. You're having sex and you feel, now I am pregnant. You got me pregnant. Were you raped?
Start actually accusing someone else.
Because there are two things. There are two things involved.
True.
Were you raped?
No.
And what were you doing in his house?
I mean, we're living together.
We are living together and we are having sex. Why weren't you careful? I, for one, I have always been an advocate for no child is a mistake.
Yeah.
I talk about it every time. I feel if you had sex with somebody, even if you used protection, there is a possibility of a pregnancy. They will tell you that condoms are 99.9%.
So there's still a 0.01%.
So tell me.
True.
And this thing travels fast. So now, you now say that you are calling a child unwanted. Why didn't you be celibate? At least when you're celibate, you're not going to be a Virgin Mary. You won't get enveloped by the spirit and then produce a child.
True.
And then, so why don't you just stay away from it? I advise a lot of people, I'm like, if you know your whole body, just plan. Because once you start having sex with a guy, or once you start having sex, expect anything. So whether unwanted or wanted, it happened, but it was not a mistake.
Yeah.
You went to knock on the door and they opened the door for you.
And then when these children come,
that's the fear. That's the only challenge there.
Yeah, well, because they want to live together, but I don't think they're ready to get kids yet.
Exactly.
So that's why you have to plan, like she said.
Because the only person that actually gets to suffer it or
is the lady.
Aside from the lady, the
child,
the children that comes for.
The children that come, that
result from.
A lot of times, these people that cohabit and they now have kids, when the guy is like, why weren't you careful? I thought you were a smart girl, because that's the line. I thought you were a smart girl.
It's true. The whole blame now comes down
on
to
the lady.
Yeah.
I thought you're smart. Why you want to cage me? Is it every time I want to cage you? Don't you think you want to cage me?
This actually draws my attention to that movie called 50 Shades of Grey. Who watched it?
Exactly. Because you're not be like, okay, fine. you got me pregnant. Oh, yeah. I got pregnant from what we did.
Was it 2-party something?
It was an agreement. I never came and said you raped me. Yeah. So this is what we did.
So it's and then you own up to their responsibility.
You're expecting me to be smart.
Yes.
Why would I be smart? We are both involved. We're both involved in this. Yes. And then sometimes when the guys now come up with their punchlines, you were supposed to be smart, you're not smart and all. The lady, out of frustration, goes to dump this child somewhere.
I am saying that if you're going to rehearse marriage, you should expect everything that comes with a marriage.
Okay.
That's just
true.
So kids.
So if you're cohabiting common, it's bound to be unplanned, planned children and planned pregnancies and all that. So you have to expect it, right?
Yeah, true.
Okay, so I was saying that, come on, if you're listening and you've actually been tuning in with us, if you're not dropping your comments, I wonder what you are doing right here. Let me check the comment section. I've seen, please, from which part of the state are you operating? Okay, that was from Allergy. I'm saying, who's the dog and who is the bone? Great. All right, that question is quite funny. Who's the dog and who's the bone? Ima, you actually said true.
The dog and the bone. You keep the dog and the bone in a room.
Whoever has the higher libido is the dog. Please, there are no dog and bones. It's just an expression. I was trying to make an explanation.
Okay.
There are no dogs and no bones.
All right, so let's just wrap this effect of cohabitation up. We have last point says cheating. Right, cheating, which is very common. You understand? If you are cohabiting with someone, if you are living with somebody, expect anything. Right, you're not having a legal bindings. You're not having a legal.
Nothing's legally binding.
It's not. Nothing is legal. So anything can actually happen. You can't just decide to one day leave the house and find someone else. And you know how guys can actually be very funny. Sorry, everybody can. Everybody, yes. You could just go out and
even married women cheat.
Exactly.
Married men cheat.
No one is left out actually.
Yeah.
So you just know how you could just go out and you find. We talked about crush one day. You just find one crush.
Someone
that is looking better from a distance.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be looks though.
He has not looks actually, and I'm just using the word. I'm just using the term crush. Like a lot of times, people will just have someone that they want, and then all of a sudden you're just admiring this person, and then boom, the person approaches you, and at that moment you're like you're just overwhelmed. You don't know what to do, and you forget that you're cohabiting with somebody, but because people are not legally binded, and you just boom say, I'm your friend. Nice to meet you. Are you married? No.
Self-control. You're not married.
You're not married. Yeah.
Yes, but that's the truth. Now that's one good thing about cohabiting. Okay, it's not actually a good thing. The fact that people are scared of marriage. That's one of the reasons people cohabit. They're scared of marriage. They're scared of divorce. They're scared of responsibility. Because if I'm not married to you, there are things I wouldn't do for you. True. It's not my responsibility. Yeah. So that's the reason a lot of persons cohabit. So they're also cohabiting because I'm not really sure. Okay, what if I end up with this person and I find someone I like better than I do like this person right now? That's one of the reasons. So you are free. Like you're not. Nothing is binding you. I'm not your wife. I'm just living with you. Yeah. So I'm not saying you should go out there and cheat, but I'm saying you're free to meet with other people and decide if you want that over this.
True.
I mean, that's why we go about the market price and stuff, right? Yes. So there is nothing binding you back. I see people say, I've invested 100 and quintillion years of my life, and then he gets to leave me for another person. You should have the understanding before you even move in with somebody. I think you guys should have a conversation.
True.
So if this doesn't work, but where I'm going to have an issue is where you leave the other person hanging. Futi likes to use this word high and dry. Don't leave them high and dry. Have a conversation with the person. So if you've seen someone, I think you want to move on to the next one, have a conversation. And please do not move on to the next one living in my house.
True.
Pack it back and leave.
I feel like if you get to that point, at that level of cheating, that means you're starting to not to have value for the person you're with. Do you understand?
Whether you're married, whether you're not, you're just dating, going from your house.
It's a personal decision, like you said, self-control.
Cheating for me is just a deal breaker.
Yeah, true. Fuchi, can you throw a light on that part of it, cheating and all? So what can you say about that aspect?
Okay, yeah, cheating. Cheating is a deal breaker for me because I feel I will be faithful to you. Let's not.
You should.
So it depends. There are, like you mentioned, of 50 Shades of Grey. There are different shades of cheating.
Oh God, I'm so tempted.
Cheating comes in different forms, styles, and patterns.
Oh.
So now it depends on which form of cheating is a deal breaker. Because some people can cope up with their guy talking to a chick and having a conversation and a bonding with a chick. Other people see it as my cheating.
My boyfriend cannot have like a female bestie.
Come on, that's the word I've been waiting to say.
You cannot have a female bestie.
Once upon a time, that word was just like so rampant. Like you see male like
bestie.
Calling.
So that's the point. Some people don't like it. Some people feel if you go out on a date with a girl, it's cheating. But some other people don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
There are different forms of cheating, like I said. And like she made mention of circumstantial cohabiting. A case where two people are living together because of something and then they now begin to develop feelings. There's a tendency and a possibility that these two people living together have partners in different places.
Thank you. Really?
So if they're having partners in different places, what would you call what they're doing?
Cohabiting regardless.
So now, they are cheating.
They are cheating on their
partners. So the thing is, the intention for cohabitation
has a lot to do with whether you're cheating
or not. So now, for me, I would say that cheating is something that is, I would not say it's justifiable. Neither would I say it's common, because I think it has to do with self-control and discipline. How best you're able to control yourself matters a lot. And then communication. I am with you in the house. We are dating. We're in a relationship. And I realize that you're not this kind of person that gets angry when I go out with a guy. Because, now, for example, I am in a relationship and I tell everything that happens. Yes, sometimes it gets me into trouble because I would be like, okay, I'm in this relationship with you, and I tell you, this person walked past, and then he looked back and he was like, this girl is fine. And me, I was like, my mind. I am that dramatic
person,
because I wouldn't want a situation where tomorrow I meet that person and he strikes my fancy, and then I'm like, do you remember when I told you about that guy? And he's like, oh, okay, yes.
Oh, so that's the person. Or pluck his eye.
Exactly. But when you now say, okay, I don't want to talk about this thing, I don't want to do this with this person, and then you now start seeing this person, and this person, like, there's a time we had this conversation, and then we spoke about your spec. Are you your spec? And I made mention of the fact that she likes intelligent and smart guys, and she's able to strike a conversation with you and flow. That's a deal breaker for her. And so now, in a case where her boyfriend or the person she's cohabiting with, her boyfriend is not that kind of person, but he is every other thing. You know what I always say, we never can get it 100. But he has every other quality, and to an extent, this other person beats him on that level. He is intelligent, but this person is intelligenter.
See, I just feel that relationships, you're always going to find someone smarter, someone finer.
So now, if in that case, now she now has to, starts to go out on dates, to strike conversations
with other people,
and he's trying to be on that level, her boyfriend sees it as cheating. Cheating is perception. Cheating is perception.
So you mean that I might not see sex as cheating?
Yes. Some people, I know someone that doesn't see sex as cheating, but he sees the fact that you lied to him as cheating.
You see, tell me, with different perspective, like you just said. I know someone to that, because he does it cheats outside. So I mean, if I do it, so I mean, you can do it as well. So he doesn't find out as a fault.
It's a big deal.
Do you understand? And it's crazy.
I, for one, am this person that would see a comment on your post on social media, and I'm there.
Whoa.
And I'm like, are you serious? I get worked up unnecessarily. I'm like getting sickened. But when I realize that when you have communication and understanding, and you're able to, and then for crying out loud, we're not even living in the same house. So what are the things you do? So now, for instance, we're living in the same house, and then you're cheating on me. It all depends on what I interpret as cheating. Going out and saying hello to a girl, some girls think it's cheating. Going out and picking up a girl and dropping her at a bus stop because there's no vehicle, so people say it as cheating. So a lot of people feel, okay, I'm going out on a date with a girl, and he's cheating on me.
It's possible.
Yes,
it works. I know a lady that do not want to even get you standing with her man,
exactly.
And she gives her straight instruction, but like, babe, I don't want to see you around this girl. I don't want to see you around girls. I just keep them far and all that.
So that's it. Cheating for me is perception. So cheating is a deal breaker, but it all depends on what I think is cheating.
Yeah. Everybody with a different perception. Yes. So let's take this last point. It says money and wealth. Money and wealth actually plays a negative,
role. Yeah. Yes. Because, like we said, there's a positive and there's a negative, and it all boils down to the fact that cohabiting is marriage rehearsal. Now, people are like, have you heard someone say, you're getting married to me because of my money, or you want to marry my son because of what he has? Do you understand? Yeah. And if you get to divorce when you're married, or let's say the unfortunate death of a spouse, the other person gets to inherit whatever is in the other person's estate. But if you're cohabiting, you do not have anything to hold on to. There's no legal, there's nothing legal if there is no will. Yes, true. Do you understand? No will, yes. But when you're talking about cohabiting, now there are no such laws. If this person dies, if he has a will, they execute the will. If he doesn't have a will, you're not entitled to anything because you guys are not married. Sure. And now, do you know there are people that actually would rather opt for cohabiting because they do not want to share the estates with you?
Can you imagine? Yes.
Yes, there's such people. Sure. There are even marriages where they operate separate accounts. But now they're like, okay, we're not married, so we should not have a joint account. Most times keep your money, I keep mine.
True. Most times I feel like cohabiting partners, they don't have future for themselves in the area of money, because they don't, if they don't imagine, if they don't see you as someone they can actually end up with, a partner that you can actually end up with, a partner that can actually share a long-term relationship with, they can't just imagine spending on you, or just having a well-thought plan of money and financial spending with you and all that. So they can't even, that's why when you see most people when they're living together, you ask them for money, they'll be like, I do not have money.
Even marriages
too. Marriages are victims of this as well too. It's true.
I have seen cases where cohabiting partners are each other's next of kin.
Oh,
it's possible.
Yes. Yeah. I have seen a case where these people have been cohabiting. I know them personally. They've been cohabiting for 36 years.
That's a marriage.
They have 3 sons together, but they are not legally married. And they live in separate houses. And they meet when they meet. But they have sons together. The lady lives on her own. The guy lives on his own. He comes to check up on the kids. Wait, they were cohabiting. But until recently, when she realized, okay, we've been like this for 30-something years. Why don't you come
see my people?
See my people. And the guy kept on having issues with, we've been like this. What's the essence of that? Spending unnecessary money.
This goes back to losing interest in marriage. I have everything in marriage, so why would I spend
unnecessary money? Now, I know a lot of people that cohabit because of different reasons. And now I'm boiling it out to wealth and money. Next of kin. What if we have a child in the picture? This child is my next of kin. And unfortunately, the person dies. So, automatically,
your wealth is transferred to him.
And then the child is a minor. Your wealth is automatically given to me because I have to manage it for the child.
Yeah.
So, now, also, some people stay together because when some people are together, they want to know their strengths. They want to know how best can we thrive when we are together in marriage. What do you do? What can you bring to the table? How can you support me?
Sure.
Okay, for instance, you want to know how this person can, when you don't have 20 naira,
how this person can actually be of help.
Some people will say, I won't know whether you get akagom. I want to know if you can give me when there is none.
That's the one that actually sees the future.
Yes. So if you can give me when there is none, and I can see it play out in cohabiting, trust me, we already planned our future. But if I now realize that's why we talked about this divorce thing. If I now realize that, okay, out of every other thing, sex drive is perfect. Everything is good. We have an understanding. I do what you like, you do what I like.
Yeah.
But you're stingy. No, you have to just go somehow.
Yeah,
really.
Yes, somehow.
See that, but I think in this kind of situation, it's best to just operate separate accounts.
Nobody is saying as cohabiting partners you should have a joint account.
No,
never ever.
That's a risk.
No, I'm saying even in marriage,
that's a risk.
I know couples that run separate accounts.
No, in marriage there are times where you have separate accounts. Also, of course, you should have separate accounts, and also have a joint account, possibly for the family and for your kids.
Yeah, just like you said that the reason you cohabit, this person's strength. The strength is not just basically in strength of gifts anyway. We also know that there are people that they are men. We know men that are very
supportive.
No, they spend so much. The money comes in their hands.
So you want to help regulate?
Yes, for that reason. And now maybe the lady's making more money at this point. She's like, okay, if I show him everything I've got, they're supposed to have a joint account.
Yeah.
Now, if I show him everything I've got, she's just going to spend. I'm the woman. He could say, okay, what did you spend on? What did you spend the money on and stuff? But I wouldn't have got enough to ask him. So rather than do that, I have a little secret, and now keeping secrets is the first step to breaking that relationship. But then you have to do it for the sake of family, and then you're scared. You're scared at that point because you're saying we're actually cohabiting because we want to get to know the extent to which you can manage funds. Wow. But now in cohabiting, I already know that you cannot manage funds, and I'm like, okay, I love this person, I want to be with this person, but maybe we should not get married. Maybe we should just continue doing yes. Do you understand? And so to that extent, you have a will, and then whether you get married or not, your wealth is yours, and what's yours is yours.
Well, we'll continue talking more about this, and the point will not even be exhausted right now. But time is fast spent, time is running. Let's quickly take a quick break right now, and when we return, we'll get to wrap this all up. Let me get to know your comments, share it, drop your contributions by our social media handle, African Patriot Radio, and I'll get to find out what you think about cohabitation. I'll be right back. Do not go anywhere.
Josephine Paul,
Susan Achin,
Yao Bremen,
Jude Ojema Audu,
Second Zilang,
Richard Bassey,
Ekanem.
I am Messi Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio.
Back to the Whispers right here in African Patriot Radio, and if you've been listening to us, shout out to you. I've been seeing your comments so far, so good. Well, it's about that time where we get to wrap it all up. We've been talking cohabitation. Can you cohabitate? Let me get to know if you actually can cohabitate by sending in your own contributions via our social media handle. So quickly, let me ask you, Fuchi, can you actually cohabit with someone? Can you cohabitate? How can you say that and take that for your own self?
I'm sorry. Before she says anything, I think we have one message here from Mr. Victor.
What is it?
In Abuja. He's saying, it depends. If I have money, yes. If I don't, no.
I feel like it all boils down to decision making, like personally, what you can actually do. So,
Fuchi, please take it away.
The thing is, I can.
Yeah.
And it has a negative and a positive effect.
True.
And it boils down, like she said, to decision making.
Yeah, true.
The fact that you cannot cohabit doesn't justify that it is a bad thing. It is you, and you have your preference.
Personal.
And so I can, because I feel to an extent I can take up some things. But it just boils down to choice and your partner. Because there are some partners you get to be with, and then you always don't want to always have issues. And there's some partners you can't just get enough of. So when you feel you can't get enough of your partner, and he is cool with it, trust me, it's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
But if you're with somebody that has this pepper body and all that, please just stay on your own. Let's just be fine.
Yeah, so Ima, what can you say about that too?
Can I cohabit? Is that the question?
That's the question.
Yes, I can. It depends, though. I'm going to cohabit with the purpose. Like, I'm going to cohabit with the purpose. If the purpose is end up together at the end of the day, and for a period of time, it has to be defined. So even saying, because there's this study recently that said that people cannot pretend past 3 days. So you're living with them, and no matter whatever their pretense, after 3 days, the scales or the drapes begin to fall off.
You've not seen people, they can pretend for months and years, and be like, this person really likes this thing.
I came over, I'm not precise. I came over a research that had to do with people trying to pretend, like how long it lasts. I think it's over months.
Yeah,
really.
It is serious.
But definitely, your real self will actually show. I know someone
one way or the other.
I know someone that's actually struggling with that, and then is having serious issues in his marriage. because he didn't see it coming. Okay. You understand? So it's
so I feel like I said, it has to be purposeful and it has to be for a specific period of time. Yeah. So sometimes you find yourself cohabiting for circumstantial reason. It happens. For instance, you're like, okay, let me give this guy shelter, and then one night, like they say, but you know, before I wouldn't, stuff happens. Boom. Do you understand? So I am not going to say it's not total evil, because like we've said, it has its positives and it has its downsides. True. But they say choose your demons, know what you're going to be able to work with. Because even a relationship, whether a relationship or marriage, it takes conscious effort. Yeah. 2 angels or 2 demons cannot get married. It's a relationship. A good relationship is made up of 2 people that are willing to forgive and make conscious effort on a daily basis to make it work. True. So yes, I can. It depends. It has to be purposeful and for a defined period of time.
Thank you. That's a good one too. It actually boils down to decision making. I think I can, for a good reason as well too. I can actually take that decision. All boils down to me. But I actually advise people that want to cohabit, couples that are going to cohabitation without marriage. I actually advise that you you go for an agreement, taking a legal agreement.
Legal agreement where you don't have anything to offer.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know, if you come on, if you really want to go into cohabitation as a couple, decide what you want first of all. True. And so that in times like when you hear breakups or when you something actually happens and the marriage doesn't work out for you, you have something to hold on to.
We don't now hear stories of I gave him 10 million
and he took it away and all that. So
I gave it into my relationship now.
I actually advise that so that things will not things will not be so difficult and you will not start seeing it like you ruin everything. I mean your life is just you don't have anything to hold on to.
So maybe you should just forecast the end from the start.
Exactly. All has to do with planning. That's the much we can take today on the Whispers, and we've been your host, Fulfillment, and Immaculate Outdoor, Josephine Paul. We've been your host, and until next time, you know how we do it. Keep listening to African Patriot Radio and follow our social media handle, like, and always comment, drop your answers or your contributions every single time. Josephine Paul is my name, and we've come to the end of the Whispers. Until next time, do have a good afternoon, and from us, we were saying
bye-bye.
Josephine Paul,
Susan Achin,
Yao Bremen,
Jude Ojema Audu,
Second Zilang,
Richard Bassey,
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. Josephine Paul,
Susan Achin,
Yao Bremen,
Jude Ojema Audu,
Second Zilang,
Richard Bassey,
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. Josephine Paul,
Susan Achin,
Yao Bremen,
Jude Ojema Audu,
Second Zilang,
Richard Bassey,
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. Josephine Paul,
Susan Achin,
Yao Bremen,
Jude Ojema Audu,
Second Zilang,
Richard Bassey,
Ekanem.
I am Mercy Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio.
As we stand together, shoulder to shoulder, younger or older, we stand as an indivisible unit like atoms. We stand for what we have left is our right, our plight to elevate to greater heights. Touching the sky, we take flight, not to be out of sight, but in our might. So in the pitch of dark, we are a pinch of light, illuminating the night. For sight will remember us having foresight. Built from a dream, standing supreme, we are a team that beams. Even when the odds are looking slim, turning our losses to wins. As we stand together from around Africa, we speak Africa with the heart of a champion, as it is in our black heritage, to create the new Africa from past Africa. As we stand together, knowledge has no barriers, for we have conquered our fears, shifted gears to plunge further in every sphere, piercing the chest of the future like sharpened spear. We stand together to weather the storm, to be reborn, sprouting like germinated seeds of a corn, to reform a generation like the signal sound of a horn, that though by history we are torn, but what's a rose stem without thorns? We take turns to have our history spawn from a conundrum of hearts beating like a talking drum, talking from words inscribed on our minds' tabloids. We stand together as African patriots.
It's ODJ Blitz. I feel too mad for you. Yeah. I feel to grace for you, baby. Girl, I promise you my heart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I promise you my love. Oh, oh, baby. I wanna share my life with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to give my heart to you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, little family. Now you be the one. Now you be the one. No. Oh, little family. Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna ever play you Ochoro. I'm not gonna ever play you Tinko, Tinko. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna ever busy your call, yo. Yeah. Baby girl, let me be your provider. Say, baby, let me be your shelter. I wanna be there to cover you. Baby, let me be your muzzle. I wanna be there to fight for you. I will never fall your hand, and I will never break your heart, baby. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured me. Oh, can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can't you see her? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. Ooh, you. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can't you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Do, baby, you've captured my heart. Oh, baby. Make we push this COVID-19 away, far away.
Everybody got to realize it. For this life, now one life we get up. Everybody got to realize for this life, you don't get to duplicate. You don't get to duplicate. Keep to the rules and regulations, yeah. Stay for your house, oh, make you know they go out, oh. Now for your good, the government just pass that law, oh. Now for your good, make everybody they safe, oh. Stay house, make you know they go out, oh.
Make you know they go out, oh.
For this time, Corona no girlfriend, oh.
you know get friend oh.
Stay house, make you know they go out oh.
Make you know they go out oh.
For this time, Corona no get friend oh, 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 oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing. Keep it good hygiene. Oh, oh. Make you day your house oh. Everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house for the better. Make we stay house for the better. Everybody, everybody, everybody stop waka waka oh. Everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house, it go better. Everybody, everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house, it go better, it go better oh. Corona never get the cure. Everybody make you sanitize it. Corona, it no be our friend, yo. Oh yeah, keep the distance. Oh yeah, stop to the waka, oh yeah. Sanitize your hand, social distancing. 6 feet away. Keep it good hygiene. You wash your hand. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing. Keep it good hygiene. Wash your hand well. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing. Make you cover your nose. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house. Sanitize your hand, social distancing. 6 feet away. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house.
This is brought to you by the Nigerian News and sponsored by Patriots Club of Nigeria.
It's ODJB. ODJ on this one, yeah. Oh, yeah. Huh. Oreo, you're busting my brain, Jaja. The way you're busting my brain, no girl can correct it, no way. Yeah. When you touch me, you spin my world around. I'ma get double everything where you carry for body, oh. Baby, let me be your shoulder. My love is guaranteed. When I pull you closer, it's like falling in love again. Oh, baby, you did do me, Jaja. Oh, baby, oh, you love to do me, Jaja. That's why I kept falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Falling in love. Like play. Sometimes I go run away. And when I run away, I go jam heavy, go babe. Yeah, when they hook me for nego, I go run, come back again. Down on my knees, baby, I know could do it again. No way. The kind of love that you show to me, no other girl can love me the way you love me. You love to do me, Jaja. Oh baby, oh, you love to do me, Jaja. Oh, over and over again. I just wanna keep on falling, yeah. Over and over again. Baby, you know that I wanna keep on falling for you, yeah. Over again. I just wanna keep falling in love. I just wanna keep falling in love with you, baby. Over and over again. Baby, you know I wanna keep falling in love with you. I wanna keep on falling for you, babe.
wanna keep on falling for you. I just wanna keep on falling in love with you, baby. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. I just wanna keep falling in love with you. Oh, DJ is falling. Baby.
It's Blaze and the Big Baby.
One man feet carry plenty woman. Hypocrite around and say I'm mystical. Me I know sound I like to do it no matter if they identical. Black as you melanin, Angelina oh my God. Undisputed on my medallion, she dey give me on a daily. I like it black as you melanin, Angelina oh my God. Undisputed on my medallion, she dey give me on a daily. Them say I too ugly, as I make money the girl them come around. See the girl them come around. They say I too ugly, as I make money the girl them come around. See the girl them come around. Angelina kill it person. Angelina time mama. Angelina kill it person. Angelina oh no. Angelina kill it person. Angelina time mama. Angelina kill it person. Angelina oh yeah na na. Sikira oh sikira. Yetune oh yetune ah. Sikira oh yeah sikira. The way you give me the comparada. Sikira oh sikira show. Sikira oh sikira ah. Sikira oh sikira. Like as you melanin, Angelina oh my God. Undisputed on my medallion, she dey give me on a daily. I like it like as you melanin, Angelina oh my God. Undisputed on my medallion, she dey give me on a daily. Them say I too ugly, as I make money the girl them come around. See the girl them come around. They say I too ugly, as I make money the girl them come around. Angelina kill it person. Angelina time mama. Angelina kill it person. Angelina no no. Angelina kill it person. Angelina time mama. Angelina kill it person. Angelina oh yeah na 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 na. Oh la 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 la. Oh la 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 la. Oh la 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 la. Oh la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh la 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 la.
It's showtime, folks.
I heard you tell your friends I be off, but take me out to they play like small, but you say you see I'm for my eyes. Guys like me to the lie. A baby girl I know go deny though. Me I be that boy and I soft though, but I just want to be your man. I hope say you understand. Say I was so weak for so long, but now your love will make me strong. Now you make me sing this song. Girl, don't make me wait too long. I know love in me feels like diving in an ocean. Girl, take my hand, we're diving together. corner. We can do anything you wanna. Girl, don't be shy with me. Relax with me, give me that energy. Your body next to me is all that I'm wanting, baby. Yeah, I've been searching for so long, but I don't want to look no more. I sing for you all night long, just don't make me wait too long. I know loving me feels like jumping from the rooftop. Just take my hand and we'll jump together. Like diving in an ocean. Go take my hand, we're diving together. I know loving me feels like jumping from the rooftop. Just take my hand and we'll jump together.
As we stand together, shoulder to shoulder, younger or older, we stand as an indivisible unit like atoms. We stand for what we have left is our right, applied to elevate to greater heights. Touching the sky, we take flight, not to be out of sight, but in our might. So in the pitch of dark, we are a pinch of light, illuminating the night, for sight will remember us having foresight. Built from a dream, standing supreme, we are a team that beams. Even when the odds are looking slim, turning our losses to wins. As we stand together from around Africa, we speak Africa with the heart of a champion, as it is in our black heritage, to create the new Africa from past Africa. As we stand together, knowledge has no barriers, for we have conquered our fears, shifted gears to plunge further in every sphere, piercing the chest of the future like sharpened spear. We stand together to weather the storm, to be reborn, sprouting like germinated seeds of a corn, to reform a generation like the signal sound of a horn. That though by history we are torn, but what's a rose stem without thorns? We take turns to have our history spawn from a conundrum of hearts beating like a talking drum, talking from words inscribed on our minds' tabloids. We stand together as African patriots.
It's ODJ Biz. I feel too mad for you. Yeah, I feel too crazy for you, baby. Girl, I promise you my heart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I promise you my love. Oh, oh, baby. I wanna share my life with you, yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to give my heart to you, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, little family, now you be the one, now you be the one, no. Oh, little family, you be the one, no. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna ever play you Ojoro. I'm not gonna ever play you Tinko. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna ever busy your call you. Yeah. Baby girl, let me be your provider. Say, baby, let me be your shelter. I wanna be there to cover you. Baby, let me be your muzzle. I wanna be there to fight for you. I will never fall your hand, and I will never break your heart, baby. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you captured me. Oh, yeah. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can't you see her? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. Ooh, do. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can't you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Do, baby, you've captured my heart. Oh, make we push this COVID-19 away, far away.
Everybody got to realize it. For this life, now one life we get up. Everybody got to realize for this life, you don't get to duplicate. You don't get to duplicate. Keep to the rules and regulations, yeah. Stay for your house, oh, make you know they go out, oh. Now for your good, the government just pass that law, oh. Now for your good, make everybody they safe, oh. Stay house, make you know they go out, oh.
Make you know they go out, oh.
For this time, Corona no get friend, oh.
You don't get friend, oh.
Stay house, make you know they go out, oh.
Make you know they go out, oh.
For this time, Corona no get friend, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house, oh. Everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house for the better. Make we stay house for the better. Everybody stop waka waka, oh. Everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house, it go better. Everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house, it go better, oh. Corona never get the cure. Everybody make you sanitize it. Corona, it no be our friend, yo. Oh yeah, keep distance. Oh yeah, stop to the waka, oh yeah. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, 6 feet away. Keep it good hygiene. You wash your hands. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, keep it good hygiene. Wash your hands well. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, make you cover your nose. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house. Sanitize your hand, the social distancing.
6 feet away.
Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house.
This is brought to you by the Nigerian News and sponsored by Patriots Club of Nigeria.
It's ODJB. ODJ on this one, yeah. Yeah. Audio, you're busting my brain, Jaja. The way you're busting my brain, no girl can correct it, no way. Yeah. When you touch me, you spin my world around. I'ma get double everything where you carry for body, oh. Baby, let me be your shoulder. My love is guaranteed. When I pull you closer, it's like falling in love again. Oh, baby, you did do me, Jaja. Oh, baby, oh, you love to do me, Jaja. That's why I kept falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Falling in love. Like play. Sometimes I go run away. And when I run away, I go jam heavy, go be. Yeah, when they hook me for nego, I go run, come back again. Down on my knees, baby, I know could do it again. No, we won't. The kind of love that you show to me, no other girl can love me the way you love me. You love to do me, Jaja. Oh, baby, oh, you love to do me, Jaja. Oh, over and over again. I just wanna keep on falling, yeah. Over and over again. Baby, you know that I wanna keep on falling for you, yeah. Over again. I just wanna keep falling in love. I just wanna keep falling in love with you, baby. Over and over again. Baby, you know I wanna keep falling in love with you. I wanna keep on falling for you, babe. I wanna keep on falling for you, baby. I just wanna keep on falling in love with you, baby. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. I just wanna keep falling in love with you. ODJ is falling. Baby.
It's Blaze and the Big Baby.
One man fit carry plenty woman. Hypocrite around and say I'm mystical. Me I know sound I like to do it no matter if they identical. Black as you melanin, Angelina oh my God. Undisputed on my medallion, she dey give me on a daily. I like it black as you melanin, Angelina oh my God. Undisputed on my medallion, she dey give me on a daily. Them say I too ugly, as I make money, the girl them come around. See the guy then come around. Then say I too up low. As I make you money, the guy then come around. See the guy then come around.
Angelina, kill it, person. Angelina, time mama. Angelina, kill it, person. Angelina, no. Angelina, kill it, person. Angelina, time mama. Angelina, kill it, person. Angelina, oh yeah, na na. Sikira, oh, Sikira. Yetunde, oh, yetunde. Sikira, oh, yeah, Sikira. The way you give me the comparada. Sikira, oh, Sikira, show. Sikira, oh, Sikira. Sikira, oh, Sikira.
Lagers, you melanin. Angelina, oh, my Jody. Undisputed, oh, my medallion. She dey give me on a daily. I like it, Lagers, you melanin. Angelina, oh, my Jody. Undisputed, oh, my medallion. She dey give me on a daily. Them say I too ugly, oh. As I make you money, the guy then come around. See the guy then come around. Them say I too ugly, oh. As I make you money, the guy then come around. See the guy then come around.
Angelina, kill it, person. Angelina, time mama. Angelina, kill it, person. Angelina, no. Angelina, kill it, person. Angelina, time mama. Angelina, kill it, person. Angelina, oh yeah, na na na, oh la 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 la, la 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 la, oh la 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 la, oh la la la, oh la 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 la, la la la, oh la la la.
It's showtime, folks.
I heard you tell your friends I be off, but take me out to they play like small, but you say you see I'm for my eyes. Guys like me to the lie. A baby girl I know go deny though. Me I be that boy and I soft though, but I just want to be your man. I hope say you understand. Say I was so weak for so long, but now your love will make me strong. Now you make me sing this song. Girl, don't make me wait too long. I know love in me feels like diving in an ocean. Girl, take my hand, we'll dive in together. Girl, come chill for my corner. We can do anything you wanna. Girl, don't be shy with me. Relax with me, give me that energy. Your body next to me is all that I'm wanting, baby. Yeah, I've been searching for so long, but I don't want to look no more. I sing for you all night long. Just don't make me wait too long. I know love in me feels like jumping from the rooftop. Just take my hand and we'll jump together. Like diving in an ocean. Girl, take my hand, we're diving together. I know love in me feels like jumping it from the rooftop. Just take my hand and we'll jump together.
As we stand together, shoulder to shoulder, younger or older, we stand as an indivisible unit like atoms. We stand for what we have left is our right. Apply to elevate to greater heights. Touching the sky, we take flight, not to be out of sight, but in our might. So in the pitch of dark, we are a pinch of light, illuminating the night. For sight will remember us having foresight. Built from a dream, standing supreme, we are a team that beams. Even when the odds are looking slim, turning our losses to wins. As we stand together from around Africa, we speak Africa with the heart of a champion, as it is in our black heritage, to create the new Africa from past Africa. As we stand together, knowledge has no barriers, for we have conquered our fears, shifted gears to plunge further in every sphere, piercing the chest of the future like sharpened spear. We stand together to weather the storm, to be reborn, sprouting like germinated seeds of a corn, to reform a generation like the signal sound of a horn, that though by history we are torn, but what's a rose stem without thorns? We take turns to have our history spawn from a conundrum of hearts beating like a talking drum, talking from words inscribed on our minds' tabloids. We stand together as African patriots.
It's ODJ Blitz. I feel too mad for you. Yeah. I feel too crazy for you, baby. Girl, I promise you my heart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I promise you my love. Oh, oh, baby. I wanna share my life with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to give my heart to you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, little family. Now you be the one. Now you be the one. No. Oh, little family. Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna ever play you Ojoro. I'm not gonna ever play you Tinko, Tinko. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna ever busy your call, yo. Yeah. Baby girl, let me be your provider. Say, baby, let me be your shelter. I wanna be there to cover you. Baby, let me be your bosom. I wanna be there to fight for you. I will never fall your hand, and I will never break your heart, baby. Can't you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can you see it? Can't you see, baby, you captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you captured me. Oh, can't you feel it? Can't you feel it, girl? Can't you see her? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Yeah, baby, you've captured my heart. Ooh, do. Can't you feel it? Can you feel it, girl? Can't you see it? Can't you see, baby, you've captured my heart. Do, baby, you've captured my heart. Oh, make we push this COVID-19 away, far away.
Everybody got to realize it. For this life, now one life we get up. Everybody got to realize for this life, you don't get to duplicate. You don't get to duplicate. Keep to the rules and regulations, yeah. Stay for your house, oh, make you know they go out, oh. Now for your good, the government just pass that law, oh. Now for your good, make everybody they safe, oh. Stay house, make you know they go out, oh.
Make you know they go out, oh.
For this time, Corona no get friend, oh.
You don't get friend, oh.
Stay house, make you know they go out, oh.
Make you know they go out, oh.
For this time, Corona no get friend, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house, oh. Everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house for the better. Make we stay house for the better. Everybody stop waka waka, oh. Everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house, it go better. Everybody stop waka waka. Make we stay house, it go better, oh. Corona never get the cure. Everybody make you sanitize it. Corona, it no be our friend, yo. Oh yeah, keep distance. Oh yeah, stop to the waka, oh yeah. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, 6 feet away. Keep it good hygiene. You wash your hands. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, keep it good hygiene. Wash your hands well. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, make you cover your nose. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house, oh. Sanitize your hand, social distancing, 6 feet away. Keep it good hygiene. Make you day your house, oh.
This is brought to you by the Nigerian News and sponsored by Patriots Club of Nigeria.
It's ODJB. ODJ on this one, yeah. Oh, yeah. Audio, you're busting my brain, Jaja. The way you're busting my brain, no girl can correct it, no way. Yeah. When you touch me, you spin my world around. I'ma get double everything where you carry for body, oh. Baby, let me be your shoulder. My love is guaranteed. When I pull you closer, it's like falling in love again. Oh, baby, you did do me, Jaja. Oh, baby, oh, you love to do me, Jaja. That's why I kept falling in love with you over and over again. falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. Falling in love with you over and over again. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Falling in love. Like play. Sometimes I go run away, and when I run away, I go jam heavy, go be. Yeah, when they hook me for nego, I go run, come back again. Down on my nails, baby, I know could do it again. No, we won't. The kind of love that you show to me, no other girl can love me the way you love me. You love to do me, Jaja. Oh, baby. Oh, you love to do me, Jaja. Oh, over and over again. I just wanna keep on falling, yeah. Over and over again. Baby, you know that I wanna keep on falling for you, yeah. Over again. I just wanna keep falling in love. I just wanna keep falling in love with you, baby. Over and over again. Baby, you know I wanna keep falling in love with you. I wanna keep on falling for you, baby. I wanna keep on falling for you, baby. I just wanna keep on falling in love with you, baby. I just keep on falling in love with you over and over again. I just wanna keep falling in love with you. Oh, DJ is falling. Baby.
It's Blaze and the Big Baby.
One man fit carry plenty woman. Hypocrite around and say I'm mystical. Me, I know sound I like to do, man. It no matter if they identical. Black as you, Melanie, Angelina, oh my God. Undisputed, oh my medallion. She dey give me on a daily. I like it black as you, Melanie, oh. Angelina, oh my God. Undisputed, oh my medallion. She dey give me on a daily. Them say I too ugly, oh. As I make money, the girl them come around. See the girl them come around. They say I too ugly, oh. As I make money, the girl them come around. See the girl them come around.
Angelina kill it best. Angelina die mama. Angelina kill it best. My Angelina oh no. Angelina kill it best. Angelina die mama. Angelina kill it best. Angelina oh yeah na na. Sikira oh sikira. Yetunde oh yetunde ah. Sikira oh yeah sikira. The way you give me the comparada. Sikira oh sikira show. Sikira oh sikira ah. Sikira oh sikira.
Black as you, Melanie, Angelina, oh my God. Undisputed, oh my medallion. She dey give me on a daily. I like it black as you, Melanie, oh. Angelina, oh my God. Undisputed, oh my medallion. She dey give me on a daily. Them say I too ugly, oh. As I make money, the girl them come around. See the girl them come around. They say I too ugly, oh. As I make money, the girl them come around. See the girl them come around.
Angelina kill it best.
mama pikin. Angelina kill it person. Angelina, oh no, Angelina kill it person. Angelina die mama pikin. Angelina kill it person. Angelina, oh yeah, na 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 na, oh la li, la la la, la li, la 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 la, oh la li, la 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 la, oh la li, la la la, oh la li, la la la, la li, la 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 la, oh la li, la 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 la.
It's showtime, folks.
I heard you tell your friends I be off, but take me out to they play like small, but you say you see I'm for my eyes. Guys like me to the lie. A baby girl I know good tonight though. Me I be that boy and I soft though. But I just want to be your man. I hope say you understand. Say I was so weak for so long, but now your love will make me strong. Now you make me sing this song. Girl, don't make me wait too long. I know love in me feels like diving in an ocean. Girl, take my hand, we'll dive in together. Girl, come chill for my corner. We can do anything you wanna. Girl, don't be shy with me. Relax with me, give me that energy. Your body next to me is all that I'm wanting, baby. Yeah, I've been searching for so long, but I don't want to look no more. I sing for you all night long. Just don't make me wait too long. I know love in me feels like jumping from the rooftop. Just take my hand and we'll jump together.
My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem. I am Messi Joe and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem. I am Messi Joe and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem. I am Messi Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem. I am Messi Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem. I am Messi Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio. My name is Josephine Paul.
Susan Achin.
Yao Bremen.
Jude Ojema Audu.
Second Zilang.
Richard Bassi.
Ekanem. I am Messi Joe, and we are
African Patriot on African Patriot Radio.